Hey, you made it. I'm so glad you're here. Really, I mean it. It's nice to know you're out there all cozy and ready to listen. Maybe you're snuggled up in bed, wrapped in a soft blanket that feels warm and safe. Or maybe you've got one leg sticking out from under the covers because you like to live a little wild. I get it. I do that too sometime. It's like saying, hey world, I'm comfy, but I'm still a little adventurous. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, welcome. You're in the right place. Now, before we start, I want to ask you something. Where are you listening from? Are you in your bedroom with pillows all around you? Or maybe you're in a car watching the stars go by outside the window. And what time is it? Is it late at night when everything's quiet? Or maybe it's early evening and you're just starting to feel sleepy. I love hearing about where you are and what time it is. It makes me feel like we're friends, sitting together in the dark, sharing stories. I read all your answers, you know. Sometimes I'm up way too late, like a sleepy raccoon with tired eyes, just reading what you say. It makes me smile. Tonight, we're going to talk about something special. It's a story from a long, long time ago. The title is How Villagers Feared the Church Bell at Midnight and More. Doesn't that sound interesting? It's not a scary story, don't worry. It's a quiet, sleepy story about people who lived in little villages, a long time before cars or phones or even electric lights. These people had simple lives, full of work and rest, and they listened to a big church bell that rang in the middle of the night. That bell made them feel all kinds of things, maybe a little scared, maybe a little curious. We're going to learn about their days, their nights, and how they fell asleep, even when that bell rang out loud. Let's start by thinking about where you are right now. Are you in a soft bed? Maybe your blanket is fuzzy, or maybe it's smooth and cool. Do you have a favorite pillow? I bet it's just the right shape to hug. I like to imagine you're all tucked in with the lights turned low. Maybe there's a little lamp glowing in the corner, or maybe it's completely dark and you can hear the world outside. Maybe there's a cricket chirping or the wind blowing softly. That's the kind of night we're going to talk about. A night from long ago when the world was quieter and the darkness was a friend. I'm so happy you're here with me. It's like we're sitting by a warm fire, just you and me, ready to share a story. I'm picturing you right now, maybe with your eyes half closed, feeling calm and cozy. That's the best way to listen to this story. It's not a story that makes you jump or get excited. It's a story that helps you feel sleepy, like a gentle hug from someone you love. We're going to go slow, okay? No rush. Just nice, easy words to help you relax. Let's talk about that title again. How Villagers Feared the Church Bell at Midnight and More. That church bell is important. A long time ago, every village had a church, and that church had a big bell. It wasn't like the little bells you might hear on a bike or a cat's collar. This was a huge bell made of heavy metal, and when it rang, you could hear it all across the village. It went bong, 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 asterisk, deep and loud, like a giant's voice. During the day, it was okay. It might ring to tell people it was time to pray or time to gather. But at midnight, that was different. Midnight was when the world was dark and quiet, and that bell could make your heart beat a little faster. Why did it ring at midnight? Well, some people said it was to call everyone to pray, even in the middle of the night. Others thought it was to scare away bad spirits, the kind that might wander in the dark. And some people just thought it was a reminder that time was passing, even when everyone was asleep. Whatever it meant, that bell was a big part of life. It was like a friend who always showed up, whether you wanted it to or not. And tonight, we're going to imagine what it was like to hear that bell, to live in a village where it rang, and to fall asleep anyway. I want you to picture yourself in that village for a moment. Close your eyes if you want, or just listen. Imagine a little house made of wood and straw with a roof that looks like a big cozy hat. Inside, there's a fire burning, making everything warm and orange. The air smells like bread and smoke and maybe a little bit of flowers. Outside, it's dark, so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. But the stars are bright, twinkling like tiny candles in the sky. And then, right when everything's quiet, you hear it. Bong, 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 asterisk, the church bell. It's far away, but it's loud enough to make you sit up in bed. What would you do? Would you pull the blanket tighter? Would you listen until it stopped? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Before we go further, let's think about you again. Are you comfy? Maybe you're lying on your side with your head on a soft pillow. Or maybe you're on your back staring at the ceiling, watching the shadows move. I bet your blanket feels nice, like a big hug. I like to imagine you're somewhere safe, somewhere warm, where you can just listen and let your mind wander. That's what this story is for. It's not about being wide awake or solving a puzzle. It's about feeling calm, letting your eyes get heavy, and maybe even falling asleep before we're done. I'm so glad you're here. Did I say that already? Well, I mean it. It's like you're my friend and we're sharing this quiet moment together. I'm sitting here maybe with a cup of tea, feeling a little sleepy myself. My eyes are droopy like a raccoon who stayed up too late looking for snacks. I love telling stories like this, stories that make you feel cozy and safe. And I love that you're listening wherever you are. Maybe you're in a big city with lights outside your window. Or maybe you're in a small town where it's so quiet you can hear the wind. Wherever you are, I'm happy you're here. Let's talk about that village again. A long, long time ago, people lived very differently. They didn't have TVs or computers. They didn't have bright lights or noisy cars. Their days were full of simple things like working in the fields, baking bread, or taking care of animals. At night, they went to bed early because there wasn't much to do in the dark. But that church bell, it was always there, ringing at midnight, waking people up or making them wonder. It was part of their life like the sun or the rain. And even though it was a little scary, they learned to live with it. They learned to sleep through it, or maybe even to love it. I want you to imagine you're in that village right now. You're not in your bed anymore, you're in a little house with a straw bed and a wool blanket. The air smells like wood and smoke. Your family is nearby, maybe sleeping close to keep warm. Outside, the world is so quiet, except for the sound of a goat bleating or the wind rustling the trees. And then asterisk bong 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 asterisk. The church bell rings. It's loud, but it's also kind of pretty, like a song that's been sung for years and years. You listen and you feel your eyes getting heavy. That's what this story is about, finding sleep even when the bell rings. Are you still with me? I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed. Maybe your breathing is slow now, in and out like waves on a beach. Maybe your arms and legs feel heavy, like they're sinking into the bed. That's good, that's what we want. This story isn't about adventure or excitement. It's about calm, quiet moments like the ones those villagers had. They worked hard all day, and at night they let themselves rest. They didn't worry about emails or homework or anything like that. They just listened to the world around them, the wind, the animals, the bell, and they let sleep come. I'm going to keep my voice soft, okay? I'm going to talk slowly so you can just listen and drift. Imagine you're holding a warm cup of milk, or maybe a bowl of soup, something that makes you feel cozy inside. That's what this story is like, a warm, cozy feeling that wraps around you. We're going to talk about those villagers, about their days and nights, about how they lived and how they slept. And we're going to talk about that church bell, the one that rang at midnight and made everyone pause. Let's think about that bell one more time. It was big, so big it took 2 people to pull the rope and make it ring. It hung in a tall church tower right in the middle of the village. During the day, it rang for happy things like weddings or market days. But at midnight, it was different. It was like the bell was talking to the whole village, saying, "It's time to be still." Some people thought it was a holy sound, a reminder to say a prayer. Others thought it was spooky, like a ghost was ringing it. But everyone heard it, and everyone felt something when it rang. I want you to picture yourself hearing that bell. You're in bed all cozy with a blanket pulled up to your chin. The room is dark, but you can see a little bit of moonlight coming through the window. You hear bong 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 asterisk. It's loud, but it's far away too. You know it's just the church bell doing what it always does. You take a deep breath and you let it out slowly. Your eyes feel heavy like they want to close. That's what the villagers did. They heard the bell and they let themselves sleep. I'm so happy you're here listening to me. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's like we're sharing a secret, just you and me. I'm picturing you right now all snug in your bed, maybe with a stuffed animal or a favorite pillow. Maybe you're listening with headphones, or maybe the sound is coming from a speaker nearby. Wherever you are, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're together telling this story about a village from long ago. Let's talk about why this story is special. It's not just about the church bell, though that's a big part of it. It's about how people lived back then, how they worked and rested and dreamed. They didn't have all the things we have now, like lights that stay on all night or music you can play with a button. Their world was simpler and their nights were quieter. They went to bed when it got dark and they woke up when the sun came up. And in the middle of the night, that bell would ring, reminding them that time was moving, even when they were asleep. I want you to imagine what it was like to live like that. No phones buzzing, no cars honking, just the sound of the wind and the animals and that big church bell. It was a different kind of life, a slower one. People worked hard, but they also rested hard. They knew how to let go of the day and let sleep come. That's what we're going to learn about tonight, how they did that, how they found peace, even when the bell rang at midnight. Are you feeling sleepy yet? I hope so. I want you to feel like you're floating, like you're on a soft cloud. Your bed is comfy, your blanket is warm, and my voice is just a gentle hum helping you relax. This story is for you for this moment. It's for helping you let go of the day just like those villagers did. They didn't worry about tomorrow or next week. They just lived in the moment, and when night came, they let themselves rest. Let's take a moment to breathe together. In, out, nice and slow. Feel your chest rise and fall like a boat on a calm sea. That's it. You're doing great. You're here, you're safe, and you're ready for a story that's all about calm and quiet. We're going to talk about those villagers, about their little houses and their warm fires. We're going to talk about how they slept, how they dreamed, and how that church bell was part of it all. I love telling stories like this. It's like painting a picture with words, a picture that's soft and gentle. I'm imagining you right now with your eyes getting heavy, maybe blinking a little slower. That's perfect. That's what we want. This story isn't about staying awake or figuring things out. It's about letting go, letting your mind rest, letting your body sink into the bed. The villagers knew how to do that, and we're going to learn from them. Let's think about that village one more time. It's a small place with houses made of wood and straw. There's a big church in the middle with a tall tower where the bell hangs. The streets are dirt and they get muddy when it rains. There are animals everywhere, cows, goats, chickens, all making their own soft noises. During the day, the village is busy with people working and talking and laughing. But at night, it's different. Everything gets quiet and the only sound is the wind, the animals, and that church bell at midnight. I want you to imagine you're walking through that village right now. It's nighttime and the air is cool. You're wearing a soft cloak like a big blanket wrapped around you. Your feet are on the dirt path and you can feel the ground under you solid and real. You look up and the sky is full of stars twinkling like little lights. You hear bong 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 asterisk, the church bell. It's loud but it's not scary. It's just part of the night, part of the village. You keep walking and you feel calm, like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm so glad you're here with me. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's like we're sitting together, sharing this moment. I'm picturing you in your bed, all cozy and warm. Maybe you're starting to feel sleepy, or maybe you're already halfway to a dream. That's okay. This story is for you no matter how awake or sleepy you are. It's a story about rest, about calm, about a time when life was simple and sleep was easy. Let's talk about that church bell one last time before we move on. It was such a big part of the village. Everyone knew it, everyone heard it. It rang for all kinds of things, morning prayers, evening prayers, special days. But the midnight bell was special. It was like a signal that the world was still there, even in the dark. Some people thought it was a holy sound, a reminder of something bigger. Others thought it was spooky, like a ghost story. But everyone listened, and everyone felt something when it rang. I want you to picture yourself hearing that bell right now. You're in your bed all snug and warm. The room is dark, but it's a nice kind of dark, the kind that makes you feel safe. You hear bong 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 asterisk. It's far away, but it's clear. You know it's just the church bell doing what it always does. You take a deep breath and you let it out. Your eyes are heavy, your body is relaxed. You're ready to listen, ready to drift, ready to let this story carry you to sleep. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I'm so happy we're sharing this moment, just you and me. Now let's get ready to dive into the story of those villagers, their lives, and that midnight bell. We're going to go slow, we're going to be gentle, and we're going to let sleep come when it's ready. For now, just listen, just breathe, just be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Picture a tiny village a long, long time ago. It's so far back that there were no cars, no phones, no bright lights. This village is small, like a little group of houses huddled together. It sits between big, soft hills that roll up and down like green waves. Around the village, there are forests, dark and quiet, where the trees seem to whisper secrets to each other. The air smells like dirt, but good dirt, like when you dig in a garden. There's also a smoky smell, like when you sit by a campfire. That's because every house has a fire burning inside, keeping everyone warm. Life in this village is slow. Nobody rushes. They don't have clocks ticking or alarms buzzing. They wake up when the sun peeks over the hills, painting the sky pink and orange. They go to bed when the sun goes down and the world gets dark. Everything they do follows the sun and the season. In spring, they plant seeds. In summer, they watch crops grow. In fall, they pick apples and gather wheat. In winter, they stay warm by the fire. It's a simple life, tied to the earth like a tree with deep roots. At night, the village gets so quiet. You can't hear cars or music or anything loud. The only sounds are soft ones, like the wind blowing through the trees or a cow mooing far away. But there's one sound that's different. It's a big sound, a loud sound, even in the quiet night. It's the church bell. Every night at midnight it rings. Bong, bong, bong. It's deep and strong, like a giant's voice calling out. That bell isn't just a noise, it means something. It's like a signal, something important that everyone in the village hears. Some people say the bell rings to tell everyone to pray, even in the middle of the night. They think it's a holy sound, like a reminder to talk to God. Others whisper something else. They say the bell is to scare away bad spirits, the kind that might creep around in the dark. Some folks even think it's just to mark the time to say, hey, it's midnight, the world is still here. Whatever it means, everyone listens. When that bell rings, people hold their breath. They lie in their beds under rough blankets and they wait. They wonder. They feel something deep in their hearts. Let's sink into that world, okay? Close your eyes if you want, or just listen. Imagine you're there in that tiny village. You're standing outside and it's daytime. The sun is warm on your face like a soft hug. You look around and you see little houses made of wood and straw. The roofs are covered with thatch, which is like a big pile of dry grass. It looks cozy, like the houses are wearing hats. The streets aren't paved, they're just dirt and they get muddy when it rains. You can smell the earth, rich and damp. You can smell the smoke from chimneys curling up into the sky. There's a big church in the middle of the village. It's the tallest building made of stone with a tower that reaches up high. That's where the bell lives. It's a huge bell so big it takes 2 strong people to pull the rope and make it ring. During the day, the bell rings for happy things. Maybe it rings for a wedding when 2 people get married and everyone cheers. Maybe it rings to call people to church where they sit together and pray. But at midnight, it's different. That's when the bell feels heavy, like it's carrying a secret. Let's walk through the village. Your feet crunch on the dirt path. You pass a house where a woman is kneading bread. Her hands push and pull the dough and it smells so good, like warm, fresh bread. You hear a chicken cluck nearby and a goat bleats from a pen. There's a man chopping wood, his axe going thwack thwack. Kids are running around, laughing and chasing each other. It's a busy place, but it's a happy place. Everyone knows each other. They work together, eat together, live together. Now let's think about what it's like when the sun goes down. The sky turns dark blue, then black. The stars come out twinkling like little candles. The village gets quieter and quieter. People go inside their houses. They light their fires and the warm glow spills out from the windows. You can hear the crackle of the wood burning, a soft, cozy sound. The air gets cooler and you pull your cloak tighter around you. A cloak is like a big warm blanket you wear. It feels nice, like being wrapped up in bed. Inside the houses, families sit together. They eat warm food like soup or porridge made from barley or oats. It's simple food, but it fills their bellies and makes them feel sleepy. They talk in soft voices, telling stories or singing quiet songs. The kids yawn, their eyes getting heavy. The grown-ups yawn too. Everyone's tired from a long day of work. They worked in the fields, or they baked bread, or they took care of animals. Their bodies are ready to rest. But then at midnight, that bell rings. Bong, bong, bong. It's so loud it seems to shake the air. If you're in bed, you might open your eyes. If you're outside, you might stop walking and look up at the church tower. The sound rolls over the village, over the houses, over the hills. It's like the bell is talking to everyone, saying something important. But what? Nobody knows for sure. Some people pull their blankets tighter and say a quick prayer. Others listen and wonder if something spooky is out there. But most people just lie still, letting the sound fade away. Let's imagine you're in one of those houses now. You're lying on a bed made of straw. It's not like your bed at home, it's lumpy and it rustles when you move. But it's soft enough and it's warm. You have a wool blanket, rough but heavy, keeping you cozy. The room smells like straw and smoke and maybe a little bit of lavender because some people put flowers in their beds to make them smell nice. You hear the fire crackling in the corner, a soft, sleepy sound. Your family is nearby, maybe sleeping on the same bed or on mats on the floor. You feel safe even when the bell rings. That bell is part of the village, just like the houses or the hills. It's always been there, ringing every night. The grown-ups are used to it. They hear it and they might sigh, but they go back to sleep. The kids, though, they might whisper to each other. Did you hear the bell? One says. Is it the spirits? Another asks. But their mom or dad will shush them gently. It's just the bell, they say. Go back to sleep. And soon everyone is breathing slow and steady, lost in dreams. Let's talk about what life was like back then. It was so different from now. There were no TVs to watch, no games to play on a screen. People didn't stay up late with bright lights. When it got dark, they lit candles or sat by the fire, but that was it. The darkness was part of their life. They didn't fight it, they let it wrap around them like a big, soft blanket. They worked hard all day, so when night came, they were ready to rest. Their bodies were tired, their eyes were heavy, and sleep came easy. The village was small, but it was full of life. Every house had a family, and every family had jobs to do. Some people grew food like wheat or vegetables. Others raised animals like cows or sheep. Some made things like pots or clothes. Everyone helped each other. If someone's roof leaked, the neighbors came to fix it. If someone was sick, the village brought them soup. It was a community, a big family, all working together under the same sky, listening to the same bell. Let's think about that bell again. It was made of metal, heavy and shiny. It hung in the church tower high above the village. To make it ring, someone had to pull a thick rope. It was hard work and it made the bell swing back and forth, sending out that big bong sound. During the day, people liked hearing it. It meant something good was happening, like a festival or a market, but at midnight it was different. It was like the bell was speaking to the night itself, to the stars and the moon and the quiet world. Some people believed the bell was magic, not like a fairy tale, but like it had a special power. They thought it could keep bad things away, like ghosts or bad luck. Others thought it was just a reminder to pray, to think about God before going back to sleep. And some people didn't think about it at all. They just heard it and rolled over, their eyes already closed. But everyone knew the bell. It was part of their life, part of their nights, part of their dreams. Let's imagine a day in the village. You wake up early when the sun is just starting to shine. You hear roosters crowing loud and proud. You get out of bed and the floor is cold under your feet. You put on simple clothes, maybe a tunic, which is like a long shirt, and a cloak to keep you warm. You go outside and the air smells fresh, like grass and dew. You see people working already. A woman is feeding chickens, tossing grain on the ground. A man is leading a cow to a field. Kids are running, playing a game with a stick and a ball. You walk to the center of the village, where the church stands. It's big and strong, with walls made of gray stone. The tower is tall and you can see the bell inside, waiting to ring. You hear it now, but it's just a daytime ring, calling people to pray. It's a happy sound, not like the midnight bell. You smile and keep walking. You pass a baker's house where bread is baking and the smell makes your stomach rumble. You pass a blacksmith where a man is hammering metal, making sparks fly. The village is alive, full of sounds and smells and people. Now let's think about the night again. The sun goes down and the village changes. The streets empty out, the animals get quiet except for a few soft bleats or moos. People go inside and the fires glow in every house. You're back in your little house, sitting by the fire. You're eating a bowl of warm porridge, spooning it slowly. It's thick and hearty, with bits of herbs that taste like the forest. Your family is with you, talking softly. Someone tells a story about a fox they saw in the woods. Someone else sings a little song, so quiet it's like a whisper. You're getting sleepy now. Your eyes feel heavy, like they want to close. You climb into bed and the straw crunches under you. It's not a fancy bed, but it's cozy. The blanket is warm and you pull it up to your chin. The fire is low, just a few glowing embers. The room is dark, but it's a nice dark, the kind that makes you feel safe. You hear the wind outside rustling the trees. You hear a goat bleat far away, and then you hear it bong bong bong, the church bell. It's midnight. You lie still, listening. The sound is loud, but it's not scary, not really. It's just the bell doing what it always does. You wonder what it means tonight. Is it calling for prayers? Is it chasing away spirits? Or is it just saying, it's midnight, time to rest? You don't know, and that's okay. You let the sound fade away like a wave going back to the sea. Your breathing slows down, in and out, in and out. Your body feels heavy, like it's sinking into the bed. You're safe, you're warm, you're ready to sleep. Let's talk about why this village feels so special. It's not like our world today. We have lights that stay on all night and screens that glow and noises that never stop. But back then the world was quieter. The darkness was deeper. People didn't fight it, they let it hold them like a big hug. They worked hard, but they rested hard too. They didn't worry about emails or homework or all the things we worry about. They just lived day by day, season by season, bell by bell. The church bell was like a friend to the village. It was always there, ringing at the same time every night. It was part of their life, like the sun or the rain or the smell of bread. Sometimes it made people jump, especially if they were already half asleep. But most of the time it was just a sound, a big, deep sound that rolled over the houses and the fields. It was like the village's heartbeat, steady and strong. Let's imagine you're in that village one more time. You're walking outside and it's night. The stars are bright like little sparks in the sky. The air is cool and you can see your breath like tiny clouds. You hear the bell again, bong, bong, bong. It's loud, but it's beautiful too. It makes you stop and listen. You feel small, but not in a bad way. You feel like you're part of something big, something old, something that's been here forever. You go back inside to your little house. You climb into bed and the straw rustle. You pull the blanket up and it's warm and heavy. The fire is almost out, just a few red embers glowing. You hear your family breathing, soft and slow. You hear the wind outside and maybe a dog barking far away. And you hear the bells echo, fading into the night. You close your eyes and you let yourself drift. You're not scared, you're not worried. You're just here in this moment, in this village, ready to sleep. That's what life was like back then. It was simple, but it was full. It was hard, but it was warm. The days were long, the nights were dark, and the church bell rang every midnight like a song that never stopped. The villagers heard it and they kept going. They worked, they laughed, they slept. And even when the bell made their hearts beat faster, they knew it was okay. They knew they could rest. Let's stay in this world a little longer. Let's imagine the village in different seasons. In spring, the hills are green and flowers pop up everywhere. The air smells like rain and new grass. The bell rings and it feels hopeful, like a promise of good things. In summer, the fields are golden and the sun stays up late. The bell rings and it's warm, like a friend saying good night. In fall, the leaves turn red and orange and the air gets crisp. The bell rings and it's cozy, like a reminder to stay warm. In winter, the world is quiet, covered in snow. The bell rings and it's clear, like a voice cutting through the cold. No matter the season, the village is the same. It's small, it's simple, it's home. The people know each other. They share their food, their stories, their lives. They work together and they rest together. And every night, that bell rings, tying them all together. It's a sound they all know, a sound they all hear, a sound that's part of their world. Let's think about you listening to this story. You're in your bed, right? Maybe you're feeling sleepy, your eyes blinking slowly. Maybe you're imagining that village with its little houses and its big bell. Maybe you can hear the bong, bong, bong in your mind. It's okay if you're starting to drift. This story is for that. It's for helping you feel calm, helping you feel safe, helping you let go of the day. The villagers knew how to do that. They didn't have all the things we have now, all the noise and lights and busyness. They had their work, their families, their village, and they had that bell ringing every night, reminding them that the world was still there, even in the dark. They didn't fight sleep, they let it come. They let the night hold them, let the bell sing them to sleep. So let's sink into that world slowly, like falling into a soft bed. Let's imagine the stars peeking out one by one over the village. Let's imagine the houses, warm and quiet, with fires glowing low. Let's imagine the bell ringing out in the night, bong, bong, bong. It's not scary. It's just part of the story, part of the village, part of the night. You're safe, you're warm, you're ready to rest. Let's go deeper into this world together as the stars shine and the bell fades away. This is Agnes. She's a kind woman who lives in a tiny village a long, long time ago. Agnes is married to a baker named Thomas, so she's the baker's wife. Her hands are always dusted with flour, like they've been sprinkled with soft, white snow. When she moves, little clouds of flour puff into the air and it makes her giggle. Her laugh is soft, like a breeze blowing through the trees on a warm day. It's a sound that makes you feel cozy, like you're wrapped in a blanket. Agnes is small, not tall like some people in the village. She's just the right size to fit under her husband's arm when they walk together. She wears a shawl, which is like a big soft scarf that wraps around her shoulders. The shawl smells like fresh bread because she's always helping Thomas bake, and it also smells like lavender because she keeps little dried flowers tucked in her pocket. That smell follows her everywhere, and it's so nice, like a hug you can breathe in. Agnes is tired a lot, not in a bad way, but in a sleepy, heavy way. She works hard all day kneading dough for bread. Kneading is when you push and pull the dough with your hands to make it soft and ready for baking. It's hard work and it makes her arms ache. Her eyes get heavy like they want to close, especially when the sun starts to go down. But even when she's tired, Agnes hums to herself. It's a quiet little tune like a lullaby, and it makes her feel happy, even when her hands are sore. Agnes loves her village. It's a small place with houses made of wood and straw and a big church in the middle. She knows everyone, the farmers, the weavers, the kids who run around playing. The village feels like a big family, and Agnes is part of it. She loves the smell of the fields, the sound of the animals, and the way the hills look green and soft. But there's one thing that makes her heart skip a beat. It's the church bell that rings at midnight. Bong, bong, bong. It's loud and it comes when everything else is quiet. It makes her pause like she's waiting for something, but she's not sure what. Let's follow Agnes's day, step by sleepy step. It's early in the morning and the sun is just waking up. The sky is pink, like a soft blanket spread over the hills. Agnes is already awake. She's in her little house, standing by the fire. The fire is small, just a few logs crackling, but it makes the room warm and cozy. The air smells like wood smoke and bread because Thomas is already starting the oven for the day's baking. Agnes yawns, her mouth opening wide. She's still sleepy, but she knows it's time to start the day. She puts on her dress, which is simple and made of rough cloth. It's not fancy, but it's soft from being worn so many times. She wraps her shawl around her shoulders, and the lavender smell makes her smile. She steps outside, and the air is cool and fresh. The village is waking up too. She hears roosters crowing, their voices loud and sharp. She hears a cow mooing in the distance and a dog barking somewhere nearby. The dirt path under her feet is cool and a little damp from the morning dew. Agnes walks to the bakery, which is just a few steps from her house. The bakery is small with a big oven made of stone. The oven is already warm and Thomas is there mixing dough. He smiles at Agnes and she smiles back. They work together like a team. Agnes starts kneading the dough, her hands sinking into the soft, sticky mixture. She pushes and pulls, pushes and pulls. The dough feels heavy, but it's also smooth, like clay you can shape. She hums her little tune, and the sound mixes with the crackle of the fire. The bakery smells so good. It's warm and bready with a hint of yeast and flour. Agnes loves that smell. It makes her feel at home. She works for hours making loaf after loaf. Her hands get tired and her back starts to ache, but she keeps going. She likes helping Thomas, and she likes knowing the village will have fresh bread today. The kids will come running asking for a piece. The farmers will stop by, their hands dirty from the fields, and they'll thank her with big smiles. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine you're with Agnes standing in the bakery. You can smell the bread baking, warm and toasty. You can hear the fire crackling, soft and steady. You can see Agnes, her hands covered in flour, her shawl slipping a little as she works. She's humming and her voice is quiet, like a song just for you. You feel calm, don't you? This is what Agnes's day is like, busy but peaceful. She's tired, but she's happy. She's part of the village, part of the rhythm of the day. Now it's midday and the sun is high in the sky. Agnes takes a break. She sits outside the bakery on a wooden bench. She has a piece of bread still warm from the oven and a cup of water. The bread is crusty on the outside, soft on the inside. It tastes so good, like the best toast you've ever had. She chews slowly, enjoying every bite. The village is busy around her. She sees a woman carrying a basket of eggs. She sees kids chasing a ball, laughing and shouting. She sees a horse pulling a cart, its hooves clopping on the dirt. Agnes's eyes are heavy now. The sun is warm and it makes her want to nap, but there's more work to do, so she stands up and stretches. Her arms feel like they're made of dough, soft and heavy. She goes back to the bakery and keeps working. She helps Thomas shape the loaves, round and fat or long and skinny. She puts them in the oven and the heat makes her face feel warm. She hums her tune and it's like the bakery is singing with her. Let's think about Agnes's family for a moment. She has a husband, Thomas, who's big and strong with a loud laugh that makes everyone smile. He's kind and he loves working with Agnes. They've been married for a long time and they know each other so well. They have a little girl named Joan who's about 5 years old. Joan has big eyes and messy hair and she loves to run around the bakery asking for bits of dough to play with. Agnes loves Joan so much. When she's tired, just seeing Joan's smile makes her feel better. There's also Bramble, the family dog. He's old and shaggy with fur that's brown and gray. Bramble follows Agnes everywhere, his tail wagging slowly. He likes to lie by the fire in the bakery, snoring softly. Sometimes Agnes pats his head and he looks up at her with sleepy eyes. Bramble makes her laugh, especially when he chases his tail and then flops down tired. Agnes's family is small, but it's full of love. They make her feel warm inside, like a fire on a cold day. Now it's afternoon and the village is quieter. The sun is lower and the air feels cooler. Agnes is still in the bakery, but she's slowing down. Her hands are sore from kneading and her back aches from standing. She yawns again, a big long yawn that makes her eyes water. She's so tired, but there's still a little more to do. She sweeps the floor, brushing away bits of flour and crumbs. The broom makes a soft swish, swish sound like a whisper. She hums along, her voice blending with the broom. The bakery is almost done for the day. Thomas takes the last loaves out of the oven and they're golden and perfect. Agnes smiles, proud of their work. The village will have bread for dinner and that makes her happy. She helps Thomas clean up, wiping the table and putting away the bowls. The bakery is warm and quiet now, just the sound of the fire and their soft voices. Agnes feels her eyes getting heavier, like they're ready to close, but the day isn't over yet. Let's imagine you're sitting with Agnes now. You're on the bench outside the bakery and the sun is setting. The sky is turning pink and purple like a painting. You can smell the bread, still warm from the oven. You can hear the village settling down, kids going inside, animals getting quiet. Agnes is next to you, her shawl wrapped tight. She's humming and her voice is so soft, like a lullaby. You feel sleepy, don't you? That's what Agnes feels too. Her day has been long, but it's been good. Now it's evening and the village is getting dark. Agnes walks home with Thomas and Joan. Bramble follows, his paws padding on the dirt. Their house is small with a thatch roof and a wooden door. Inside it's warm and cozy with a fire burning in the corner. The air smells like smoke and straw and a little bit of lavender because Agnes keeps flowers in a bowl. They sit together and eat dinner, a bowl of pottage, which is like a thick soup made of barley and vegetables. It's warm and filling, and it makes Agnes's tummy feel happy. Joan is yawning now, her little head nodding. Agnes tucks her into bed, a straw mattress with a wool blanket. Joan's eyes close and she's asleep in no time. Agnes smiles, brushing Joan's hair from her face. Thomas is by the fire, banking it for the night. That means he covers the hot coals with ashes so they'll stay warm until morning. The room gets darker, just a soft glow from the embers. Agnes feels so tired, like her whole body is ready to rest. But there's that bell, the midnight bell. Bong, bong, bong. Agnes knows it's coming. She's heard it every night for years. It's loud and it makes her heart skip just a little. She doesn't know why it rings. Maybe it's for prayers like the priest says. Maybe it's to keep spirits away like the old women whisper. Or maybe it's just the bell doing what it always does. Agnes doesn't mind it too much, but it always makes her pause. She lies in bed, listening, waiting for the sound to fade. Let's picture Agnes getting ready for bed. She folds her shawl and puts it on a chair. She checks the door, making sure the latch is tight. She pats Bramble, who's already snoring by the fire. She climbs into bed next to Thomas and Joan. The straw mattress crunches under her, but it's soft and warm. The blanket is heavy, pulling her down into the bed. She closes her eyes and her breathing slows. In, out, in, out. She's almost asleep, but she knows the bell is coming. When it rings, bong, 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 Agnes opens her eyes for a moment. The sound is deep, like it's coming from the heart of the village. She listens, her heart beating a little faster. Thomas mumbles something half asleep. Joan doesn't stir, she's dreaming, her breath soft and steady. Agnes smiles in the dark. The bell isn't so scary. It's just part of the night, part of her life. She closes her eyes again, and the sound fades away like a wave going back to the sea. Agnes is special, isn't she? She's not a queen or a hero. She's just a woman in a village, doing her work, loving her family. But she's kind and she's warm, and she makes the village feel like home. Her hands are always flowered, her shawl smells like lavender, and her hum is like a song that never stops. Even when she's tired, even when the bell rings, she keeps going. She keeps smiling. She keeps humming. Let's think about Agnes's day one more time. She woke up early when the sun was new. She worked in the bakery, kneading dough and baking bread. She ate lunch outside, feeling the sun on her face. She worked some more, her hands getting sore, her eyes getting heavy. She walked home with her family, ate warm pottage, and tucked Joan into bed. Now she's in her own bed, listening to the night, waiting for the bell. Her life is simple, but it's full. It's hard, but it's good. And even when the bell rings, she knows she's safe. Imagine you're with Agnes right now. You're in her little house, lying on a straw bed. The blanket is warm and the room smells like lavender and smoke. You hear the fire crackling, soft Jardim and Bramble snoring. You hear Thomas breathing steady and deep. You hear Joan, her little breaths like a kitten's. And then you hear it bong bong bong, the church bell. It's loud, but it's not scary. It's just the bell singing its midnight song. You close your eyes like Agnes does and you let your body relax. Your arms are heavy, your legs are heavy, your whole body is sinking into the bed. Agnes loves her village, even with that bell. She loves the way the hills look in the morning, green and soft. She loves the smell of bread, warm and fresh. She loves her family, her home, her life. The bell makes her heart skip, but it doesn't keep her awake. She knows it's just part of the night, part of the village, part of her world. She lets it ring, and she lets herself sleep. Let's stay with Agnes a little longer. Let's imagine her day again slowly so we can feel how calm it is. She's up early in the bakery, her hands in the dough. She's humming, her voice soft and sweet. She's outside eating bread, feeling the sun. She's home with Thomas and Joan, laughing and eating. She's in bed, warm and cozy, listening to the bell. Her life is like a song, slow and steady, and it makes you feel sleepy, doesn't it? You're safe here with Agnes. You're warm, you're cozy, you're ready to rest. The bell might ring, but it's okay. It's just a sound, just a part of the night. Let's follow Agnes's day step by sleepy step and let her hum carry us into the next part of the story. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let's drift with Agnes into the quiet, into the night. The morning comes slowly, like a soft hug from the sun. Dawn creeps into the village, painting the sky a gentle gray, with hints of pink and gold. The air is cool and quiet, like a whisper you can feel on your face. Agnes is in her little house, curled up on her straw bed. The blanket is heavy, keeping her warm, but she hears something. It's the roosters crowing loud and sharp. Cock-a-doodle-doo, their voices cut through the chilly air, telling everyone it's time to wake up. Agnes stirs. That means she moves a little, her body slowly waking. She opens her eyes just a tiny bit and sees the dim light coming through the small window. The room is still dark, but the gray dawn is sneaking in like a friend tiptoeing inside. She stretches her arms, reaching up high, and her joints creak like the wooden floor under her feet. It's not a loud creak, just a soft one, like the house is stretching too. Agnes yawns, her mouth opening wide, and she feels the cool air on her face. It's a new day, and she's ready to start, even if her eyes are still sleepy. The village is waking up too. Outside, Agnes hears more sounds. The cows are lowing, making deep moo noises like they're saying good morning. Somewhere nearby, a cart rolls along the dirt path, its wheels squeaking, squeak, squeak. It's not a loud noise, just a soft one, like the village is humming a sleepy song. Agnes likes these sounds. They make her feel like she's part of something alive, something warm, something that's just beginning. She gets out of bed, her bare feet touching the wooden floor. It's cold, and she wiggles her toes to warm them up. She pulls her shawl around her shoulders, the one that smells like bread and lavender. The smell makes her smile, like a little piece of home wrapped around her. She walks to the fireplace, where the coals from last night are still glowing, soft and red. She adds a few sticks, and the fire starts to crackle, gentle and warm. The flames dance, small at first, then bigger, filling the room with a cozy glow. The air smells like wood smoke now, mixed with the straw from her bed and the lavender from her shawl. Agnes stands by the fire, warming her hands. The heat feels good, like a soft blanket for her fingers. She looks around her little house. It's small, with walls made of wood and a roof made of straw. There's a table, a few chairs, and a shelf with bowls and cups. Her husband, Thomas, is still in bed, snoring softly. Their little girl, Joan, is curled up next to him, her tiny breaths like a kitten's. Bramble, the old dog, is by the fire, his shaggy fur moving as he breathes. Agnes smiles. Her family is safe, warm, and sleepy, just like the village. Outside, the church bell rings. Bong. It's just one ring, not like the midnight bell that goes bong, bong, bong. This morning bell is for prayer, calling people to the church. It's a safe sound, a happy sound, not like the midnight bell that makes Agnes's heart skip. She listens to it, standing by the fire, and it feels like the village is saying, "Good morning, let's start the day." She knows the midnight bell is different, heavier, like a secret whispered in the dark. But that's far away, hours and hours from now. For now, the morning bell is enough, and it makes her feel calm. Agnes moves slowly, like a flower opening its petals. She doesn't rush. Nobody in the village rushes in the morning. It's a time to be gentle, to let the day unfold. She fills a pot with water from a bucket and sets it over the fire. The water will warm up for washing or cooking. She sweeps the floor with a broom, the swish, swish sound mixing with the fire's crackle. The floor is made of wood, but it's covered with bits of straw and dust, so she sweeps carefully, making little piles to clean up later. Let's imagine you're with Agnes now. You're in her house, sitting by the fire. You can feel the warmth on your face, soft and cozy. You can hear the roosters crowing outside and the cows mooing far away. You can smell the wood smoke and the lavender from Agnes's shawl. She's moving slowly, her broom making soft sounds, her yawn like a quiet song. You feel calm, don't you? This is what mornings are like in the village, slow, gentle, and full of little noises that make you want to close your eyes. Agnes steps outside to get more wood for the fire. The air is cold and she pulls her shawl tighter. The village is waking up all around her. She sees a neighbor, a woman named Marjorie, carrying a basket of eggs. Marjorie waves, and Agnes waves back, her hands still dusted with flour from yesterday. She hears kids laughing, running through the dirt streets, playing a game with sticks. A horse clops by, pulling a cart full of hay. The wheels squeak, and the driver hums a tune, just like Agnes does. The village is alive, but it's a soft kind of alive, like it's still stretching and yawning. Agnes picks up some logs from a pile by the house. They're rough and heavy, but she's strong even if she's small. She carries them inside and adds one to the fire. The flames grow, crackling louder now, and the room feels even warmer. She looks at Thomas, who's starting to wake up. He rubs his eyes and smiles at her. "Good morning," he says, his voice deep and sleepy. Agnes smiles back. "Good morning," she says, her voice soft like a breeze. Joan wakes up too, her big eyes blinking. "Mama," she says, reaching out her little arms. Agnes picks her up and hugs her tight. Joan's hair is messy and she smells like straw and sleep. Agnes kisses her forehead and Joan giggles, a sound that makes the whole house feel brighter. Bramble, the dog, lifts his head and wags his tail like he's saying good morning too. Agnes laughs, her soft, breezy laugh, and the morning feels perfect, like a warm loaf of bread fresh from the oven. Let's think about the village again. It's a small place with houses all around the church. The houses are made of wood and straw with roofs that look like big cozy hats. The streets are dirt and they're a little muddy from last night's dew. The air smells like grass and smoke and animals. There are cows in a field nearby chewing grass and mooing. There are chickens clucking, scratching at the ground. There's even a goat tied to a post, bleating like it's singing a funny song. Agnes loves these sounds. They make her feel like the village is alive, like it's breathing with her. Agnes goes back to work. She needs to get to the bakery soon, but first she makes breakfast. She takes some oats from a sack and mixes them with water in the pot over the fire. The oats bubble and turn into porridge, thick and warm. She adds a pinch of herbs, which smell like the forest, green and fresh. She scoops the porridge into bowls, one for her, one for Thomas, one for Joan. They sit at the table, eating slowly. The porridge is hot and it warms their tummies. Joan makes little noises as she eats, like she's happy. Thomas tells a story about a cow that got loose yesterday, and Agnes laughs, her eyes crinkling. The morning bell rings again, bong, reminding everyone it's time for prayer. Some people go to the church, but Agnes and Thomas will go later. They have work to do first. Agnes cleans the bowls, wiping them with a cloth. She sweeps the floor again because Joan spilled some porridge. The swish-swish of the broom is soothing, like a lullaby. Agnes hums, her voice soft and low, blending with the sounds of the village. She's not thinking about the midnight bell yet. That's far away in the dark, when the world is different. Let's imagine you're sitting at Agnes's table now. You have a bowl of porridge, warm and steamy. You can taste the herbs, a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet. You can hear the fire crackling, the roosters crowing, the cartwheels squeaking outside. Agnes is humming and Thomas is telling another story, his voice deep and calm. Joan is giggling, her spoon clinking against her bowl. You feel cozy, like you're part of this family, part of this morning. Your eyes are heavy, aren't they? This is what Agnes's morning is like, slow, warm, and full of little moments. Agnes finishes breakfast and gets ready to go to the bakery. She puts on her shoes, which are made of leather and a little worn. They're not fancy, but they keep her feet warm. She wraps her shawl tighter, the lavender smell making her smile. She kisses Joan's head and pats Bramble, who's still by the fire. Thomas is getting ready too, pulling on his big boots. They walk to the bakery together, holding hands. Joan stays with a neighbor, Marjorie, who will watch her while they work. The village is like that. Everyone helps each other, like a big family. The bakery is just a few steps away. It's a small building with a big stone oven inside. The oven is already warm because Thomas started it last night. Agnes loves the bakery. It smells like flour and yeast and warm bread. The air is warm too, like a hug from the oven. She starts kneading dough, her hands sinking into the soft, sticky mixture. She pushes and pulls, pushes and pulls. It's hard work, but it's steady, like a dance. She hums her tune, and the bakery feels alive, like it's singing with her. The village is fully awake now. Agnes hears more sounds outside. A woman calls to her kids, telling them to come eat. A man whistles as he leads his cows to the field. The chickens cluck louder and the goat bleats again, like it's trying to join the conversation. Agnes smiles, her hands still working the dough. She loves the village in the morning. It's busy, but it's gentle, like everyone is moving together, like a slow song. Let's pause again. Imagine you're in the bakery with Agnes. You're sitting on a stool watching her knead the dough. Her hands are covered in flour and little puffs float into the air. The oven is warm and the room smells like bread baking. You can hear the village outside, cows, chickens, kids, carts. Agnes is humming, her voice soft and sweet like a lullaby. You feel sleepy, don't you? Your eyes are heavy, your body is relaxed. This is what mornings are like for Agnes, full of work, but full of calm too. Agnes keeps working, shaping the dough into loaves. Some are round, like big fat pancakes. Some are long, like sticks. She puts them in the oven and the heat makes her cheeks pink. She wipes her forehead with her sleeve, leaving a streak of flour. She laughs at herself, her soft, breezy laugh. Thomas is working too, mixing more dough, checking the oven. They talk quietly about the day, about the bread, about Joan. The bakery is their place, their little world, and it feels warm and safe. The morning bell rings one more time, bong, and Agnes pauses. She likes this bell. It's not like the midnight bell, which comes in the dark and makes her heart skip. The morning bell is friendly, like a neighbor saying hello. It reminds her that the village is awake, that everyone is starting their day. She thinks about the midnight bell for a moment, but it's so far away. The sun is up, the bakery is warm, and she's busy. She pushes the thought away and keeps working, her hands moving in the dough. Let's think about Agnes's morning again. She woke up to the roosters, stretched her creaky joints, and lit the fire. She ate porridge with her family, laughing and talking. She walked to the bakery, her shawl smelling like lavender. Now she's kneading dough, humming her tune, feeling the warmth of the oven. The village is all around her, alive with sounds and smells. The morning bell rings, safe and happy, not like the midnight bell that's coming later. Agnes is tired, but she's content. Her day is unfolding, slow and gentle, like a petal opening on a flower. Imagine you're walking with Agnes now through the village. The sun is higher and the air is warmer. You see the houses with their straw roofs and smoky chimneys. You see the church tall and strong with the bell in its tower. You hear the village waking up, cows, chickens, kids, carts. Agnes is next to you, her shawl wrapped tight, her hands dusted with flour. She's humming and her voice makes you feel calm, like you're floating on a soft cloud. You're part of her morning, part of her world, and it feels so cozy. Agnes keeps moving, but she's slow, like she's savoring every moment. She checks the loaves in the oven, pulling one out to see if it's done. It's golden and crusty, and it smells so good, like the best toast ever. She sets it on the table to cool, and the bakery fills with that warm, bready smell. She yawns again, her eyes heavy, but she keeps going. There's more dough to knead, more loaves to bake. The village needs bread, and Agnes loves being the one to make it. The morning is passing, and the village is in full swing. Kids are playing, chasing each other with sticks. Women are washing clothes by the stream, their voices soft and chatty. Men are in the fields, working with hoes and plows. The animals are happy, grazing or clucking or bleating. Agnes hears all these sounds through the bakery's open door, and they make her feel connected, like she's part of a big, warm family. She hums louder, her tune mixing with the village's song. Let's imagine one more time. You're in Agnes's bakery, sitting by the oven. The warmth wraps around you like a big hug. You can smell the bread, the flour, the lavender from Agnes's shawl. You can hear her humming, soft and sweet, like a lullaby. Outside, the village is alive, but it's a gentle kind of alive, full of slow, happy sounds. The morning bell rings again, bong, and it feels safe, like a promise that the day will be good. You close your eyes and your body feels heavy, like it's sinking into a soft bed. This is Agnes's morning, and you're part of it. Agnes thinks about the day ahead. There's more work to do, more bread, more cleaning, more time with her family. She's tired, but it's a good tired, the kind that makes you feel ready to rest later. She knows the midnight bell will ring tonight like it always does. It'll be loud and it might make her heart skip. But for now, she's in the morning with the sun and the village and the safe, happy bell. She moves slowly, her hands in the dough, her hum in the air, her heart full of love for her little world. Let's stay with Agnes a little longer. Let's feel the morning with her, slow and gentle like a petal unfolding. The fire crackles, the village hums, the bell rings softly. Agnes is here in her bakery, in her village, in her life. And you're here too, cozy and calm, ready to drift into the next part of the story. Your eyes are heavy, your breathing is slow, and the morning is just beginning, soft and gray, full of quiet, sleepy moments. Agnes is in the bakery, her hands deep in a big bowl of dough. The dough is soft and warm, like a cozy blanket you can squish. She pushes her hands into it, then pulls them back, making a quiet thump, thump, thump sound. It's a steady sound, like a heartbeat, slow and calm. Agnes likes this rhythm. It's almost sleepy, like a song that makes her eyes feel heavy. She's been kneading dough all morning, and her arms are starting to ache, but she keeps going. She hums a little tune, soft and low, like a lullaby for herself. The bakery is warm, with the big stone oven glowing in the corner. The air smells like flour and yeast and fresh bread baking. It's a good smell, one that makes Agnes's tummy feel happy. Little bits of flour float in the air, catching the sunlight that comes through the open door. The sunlight is soft, like a warm hug, and it makes the bakery feel cozy. Agnes's hands are covered in flour too, like they're dusted with white powder. Every time she moves, tiny clouds puff up and she smiles. It's messy, but it's her kind of messy. Agnes finishes kneading one batch of dough and sets it aside to rest. It's round and smooth, like a big, soft ball. She wipes her hands on her apron, leaving white streaks. Her shawl, the one that smells like lavender, slips a little and she pulls it back up. She's tired, but there's more to do. She picks up a broom and starts sweeping the hearth, which is the space around the fireplace. The hearth is dusty, with bits of ash and flour mixed together. She sweeps slowly, the broom making a swish, swish sound like waves on a quiet beach. Dust drifts up, sparkling in the sunlight, and Agnes watches it float, her eyes half closed. Let's imagine you're in the bakery with Agnes. You're sitting on a wooden stool, watching her work. You can smell the bread baking, warm and toasty. You can hear the thump, thump of her hands in the dough and the swish, swish of her broom. The sunlight comes in soft and golden, making everything feel warm. Agnes is humming, her voice so quiet it's like a whisper. You feel calm, don't you? Your body feels heavy, like it wants to sink into a soft bed. This is what Agnes's day is like, full of tiny tasks, each one small, each one part of a slow, sleepy rhythm. Agnes finishes sweeping and looks around. The bakery is small, but it's her favorite place. The oven is hot, the table is covered with flour, and there are baskets of bread cooling by the wall. She loves making bread. It's hard work, but it's good work. The village needs her bread, and that makes her feel important. She thinks about the kids who will come later asking for a crust. She thinks about the farmers who will stop by, their hands dirty from the fields, saying thank you with big smiles. It makes her heart feel warm like the oven. Now Agnes steps outside to feed the chickens. The bakery has a little yard in the back with a pen for the chickens. They're fluffy and brown with shiny eyes, and they cluck lazily like they're still half asleep. Agnes grabs a handful of grain from a sack and tosses it into the pen. The chickens flutter over, pecking at the ground, making soft cluck cluck sounds. Agnes watches them, her hands on her hips. She likes the chickens. They're funny, the way they waddle and flap their wings. She talks to them sometimes, saying things like, "Good girls, eat up." It's silly, but it makes her smile. The village is busy now, with sounds all around. Agnes hears a spinning wheel humming from a nearby house where a woman is making thread. It's a steady whir-whir sound like a soft song. She hears a hammer banging tap 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 as a man fixes a fence. She hears voices calling softly, mothers telling kids to come eat, or neighbors saying hello. The village is like a big choir, everyone making their own noise, but all together, it's gentle, like a lullaby. Agnes listens, her eyes drooping, her body feeling heavy. The day is long, and she's already tired. Let's think about Agnes's tasks again. Each one is small, but they add up. Kneading dough, sweeping the hearth, feeding chickens, it's all part of her day. Each task is heavy with repetition, like doing the same thing over and over. She kneads dough every morning, sweeps the hearth every day, feeds the chickens every afternoon. It's the same, but it's comforting. The repetition is like a song, slow and steady, making her feel calm. She knows what to do, and she does it, step by step, thump, thump, swish, swish, cluck, cluck. Agnes goes back inside the bakery. She checks the dough she set aside. It's bigger now, puffed up like a soft pillow. She punches it down gently, and it makes a little whoosh sound like a sigh. She shapes it into loaves, her hands moving slow and careful. Some loaves are round, some are long. She puts them in the oven, and the heat makes her face feel warm. She wipes her forehead, leaving another streak of flour. She laughs quietly, her laugh like a soft breeze. Her eyes are so heavy now, like they want to close, but she keeps going. The village keeps humming outside. Agnes hears more sounds, a cart rolling by, its wheels squeaking, squeak, squeak. She hears a goat bleating, baa baa, like it's talking to someone. She hears kids laughing, running through the streets, their voices high and happy. It's a busy day, but it's a gentle kind of busy. Nobody's in a hurry. Everyone's doing their own tasks, just like Agnes. Some people are in the fields digging or planting. Some are weaving cloth, their looms going clack, clack. Some are milking cows, the milk splashing into buckets. It's all part of the village, part of the day. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell for a moment. It's far away, not coming until the night. But she knows it's there waiting, bong, bong, bong. That bell is different from the morning bell, which rang earlier to call people to prayer. The morning bell is safe, happy, like a friend saying hello. The midnight bell is heavy like a secret. It makes her heart skip just a little. She wonders what it means today. Is it for prayer? Is it to scare away spirits? She doesn't know, but she pushes the thought away. There's work to do now, and the bell is far off. Let's imagine you're outside with Agnes in the chicken pen. You're holding a handful of grain, and the chickens are pecking near your feet. They cluck softly, their feathers fluffy and warm. The sun is higher now, and it feels nice on your face. You can hear the village, spinning wheels, hammers, voices, goats. Agnes is next to you, tossing more grain, talking to the chickens in her soft voice. She's humming, and her tune makes you feel sleepy, like you're floating on a cloud. Your body is heavy, your eyes are droopy. This is Agnes's day, full of tiny tasks, each one small, each one calm. Agnes goes back to the bakery and sweeps again. The hearth is dusty, and she likes to keep it clean. The swish, swish of the broom is soothing, like brushing a horse's mane. She moves slowly, her arms tired, her back aching just a little. She's been up since dawn, and her body is starting to crave rest. She yawns, a big, slow yawn that makes her eyes water. She shakes her head, trying to stay awake, and hums louder. The tune is simple, just a few notes, but it's hers, and it keeps her going. The dough in the oven is almost done. Agnes opens the oven door, and a wave of heat comes out, warm and bready. She pulls out a loaf, using a cloth to protect her hands. The loaf is golden, with a crust that's hard and shiny. She sets it on the table and the smell fills the bakery, so good it makes her tummy rumble even though she ate breakfast. She cuts a small piece and tastes it, chewing slowly. It's warm and soft with a crunchy crust. She smiles, proud of her work. The village will love this bread. Let's think about Agnes's tasks again. She's kneading dough, sweeping the hearth, feeding chickens, checking the oven. Each task is small, but they're all important. They're like pieces of a puzzle, fitting together to make her day. She does them every day over and over, and it's comforting. The thump, thump of the dough, the swish, swish of the broom, the cluck, cluck of the chicken, it's all part of her rhythm, her song. It's like the village is singing with her, with its spinning wheels and hammers and voices. Agnes sits for a moment on a stool by the table. Her legs are tired and she stretches them out, wiggling her toes in her worn leather shoes. She looks out the door, watching the village. A woman walks by carrying a basket of apples, red and shiny. A man leads a cow, its bell jingling, ding, ding. Kids run past, shouting and laughing, their feet kicking up dust. Agnes smiles, her eyes half closed. The village is her home, and these sounds are her music. She feels connected, like she's part of something bigger. Her husband, Thomas, comes back from delivering bread to a neighbor. He's big and strong, with flour on his shirt, too. He smiles at Agnes, and she smiles back. "Good bread today," he says, his voice deep and warm. "The best," Agnes says, her voice soft like a breeze. They work together side by side, kneading more dough, shaping more loaves. Thomas hums too, a different tune, but it blends with Agnes, like they're singing a duet. The bakery feels alive, full of warmth and smells and sounds. Agnes thinks about her daughter, Joan, who's with Marjorie, the neighbor. Joan is probably playing, running around with other kids, her laughter high and bright. Agnes misses her, but she knows Joan is safe. The village takes care of each other like a big family. Agnes will see Joan soon when the baking is done. She'll hug her tight, kiss her messy hair, and tell her a story. Thinking about Joan makes Agnes's heart feel full, like a loaf of bread rising in the oven. Let's imagine you're helping Agnes now. You're in the bakery, holding a broom, sweeping the floor. The swish, swish sound is soft, like a whisper. You can smell the bread, warm and toasty, and the lavender from Agnes's shawl. You can hear the village outside, spinning wheels, hammers, voices, animals. Agnes is kneading dough, her hands going thump, thump. She's humming, and her voice makes you feel calm, like you're wrapped in a blanket. Your eyes are heavy, your body is tired, just like Agnes. This is her day, full of tiny tasks, each one slow, each one sleepy. Agnes feeds the chickens again because they're hungry little things. She steps outside, the sun warm on her face. The chickens cluck and flutter, happy to see her. She tosses more grain and they peck at it, their heads bobbing up and down. She laughs, her soft, breezy laugh, because one chicken tries to steal from another and they flap their wings like they're arguing. Agnes talks to them, saying, "Be nice, share the grain." It's silly, but it's her way, and it makes her happy. Back in the bakery, Agnes checks the oven again. The loaves are almost done and the smell is stronger now, filling the whole room. She pulls out another loaf, golden and perfect. She sets it next to the others, and the table is covered with bread like a treasure. She's tired, so tired, but she's proud. Her hands ache, her back aches, her eyes are so heavy they want to close. She yawns again, a long, slow yawn, and shakes her head. There's still more to do, but her body is craving rest. The village keeps going outside. Agnes hears a woman singing, her voice soft and pretty. She hears a hammer again, tap, 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 as someone fixes a cart. She hears a dog barking, maybe Bramble's friend from down the street. The sounds are like a blanket wrapping around the village, making it feel warm and alive. Agnes loves these sounds. They make her feel like she's not alone, like the village is with her, doing its own tasks, one by one. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell again. It's still far away, hours from now. But she knows it's coming, bong, bong, bong. It's loud and it makes her heart skip just a little. She wonders what it'll mean tonight. Will it wake her up? Will it make her say a prayer? Or will it just be a sound fading into the night? She doesn't know, but she's not scared. Not really. It's just the bell, part of her village, part of her life. She pushes the thought away and keeps working, her hands in the dough, her hum in the air. Let's think about Agnes's tasks one more time. She kneads dough, thump, thump, thump. She sweeps the hearth, swish, swish. She feeds the chickens, cluck, cluck. Each task is small, each one the same as yesterday, but that's what makes it nice. The repetition is like a song, slow and steady, like a rocking chair. It makes Agnes feel calm, even when she's tired. It makes her feel like everything is okay, like the village is okay, like her life is okay. Imagine you're with Agnes again in the bakery. You're sitting by the table, watching the bread cool. The smell is so good, like a warm hug. You hear Agnes's hum, soft and sweet, like a lullaby. You hear the village outside, spinning wheels, hammers, voices, animals. You feel sleepy, don't you? Your eyes are heavy, your body is heavy, like you're sinking into a soft bed. This is Agnes's day, full of tiny tasks, each one slow, each one calm. Agnes keeps going, one task at a time. She sweeps the floor again because flour keeps falling. She checks the dough, shapes more loaves, puts them in the oven. She steps outside to feed the chickens, laughing at their silly clucks. She comes back, hums her tune, and keeps working. Her body is tired, her eyelids are drooping, but she's happy. The village is humming, the bread is baking, and the day is moving, slow and gentle, like a river flowing softly. The midnight bell is coming, but not yet. For now, Agnes is here in her bakery in her village, doing her tasks. She's kneading, sweeping, feeding, humming. Each task is small, each one heavy with repetition, each one part of her sleepy rhythm. Let's stay with her, listening to the thump, thump of the dough, the swish, swish of the broom, the cluck, cluck of the chickens. Let's feel the warmth of the bakery, the smell of the bread, the hum of the village. Let's drift with Agnes, one tiny task at a time, into the quiet, into the calm. It's afternoon now, and the sun is high in the sky, warm and golden. Agnes is in the village, her arms heavy like they're made of stone. She's been carrying water all morning, from the stream to the bakery in big heavy buckets. The buckets slosh with water and her arms ache from lifting them. She's also been lifting loaves of bread, big and round, in and out of the hot oven. Her hands are strong, but they're tired, so tired. Every time she moves, her arms feel like they're saying, "Please, let's rest." Agnes's back sighs too. It's not a real sigh like with her mouth, but it feels like her back is complaining with every step. She walks slowly, her feet dragging a little on the dirt path. Her back aches from bending over the dough, kneading it with her hands, pushing and pulling, thump, thump, thump. It aches from sweeping the hearth, swish, swish, and from carrying those heavy buckets. Work like this, day after day, makes her whole body beg for sleep. It's like her body is whispering, "Agnes, lie down, close your eyes." But it's not a bad tired. It's a good tired, the kind that feels earned. It's like when you run around all day, playing and laughing, and then you feel heavy and ready for bed. That's how Agnes feels. The tiredness is like a warm weight settling deep in her bones, like a cozy blanket wrapping around her. It's a feeling that says, you worked hard today and now you can rest. Agnes likes this feeling, even if her arms and back are sore. It makes her feel strong, like she's done something important for her family and her village. Agnes pauses by the bakery door. She wipes her brow with the back of her hand, leaving a streak of flour. Her face is warm from the sun in the oven and she's a little sweaty. She takes a slow breath in and out like she's blowing out a candle. The air feels cool on her skin and it smells like grass and dirt and bread. She looks around and the village is quieter now. The busy sounds of the morning, roosters crowing, carts squeaking, kids shouting, are softer. Everyone is feeling the same pull toward rest, like the whole village is getting sleepy. Let's imagine you're with Agnes, standing by the bakery. You can feel the sun warm on your face like a soft hug. You can hear the village quiet and calm with just a few sounds, a cow mooing far away, a soft cluck cluck from the chickens. Agnes is next to you, her shawl smelling like lavender, her hands dusted with flour. She's breathing slowly, her eyes half closed, like she's ready to nap. You feel tired too, don't you? Your body feels heavy, like it's sinking into a soft chair. This is what Agnes's afternoon is like, full of work, but full of that good, earned tired. Agnes goes back inside the bakery. The air is warm and smells like bread, toasty and sweet. The oven is still hot, glowing softly in the corner. She checks the loaves, pulling one out with a cloth to protect her hands. The loaf is golden, with a crust that's hard and shiny. She sets it on the table next to the others, and the smell makes her tummy rumble even though she ate lunch. She's so tired, but she keeps going. There's more dough to knead, more loaves to bake, more work to do. She picks up another bowl of dough and starts kneading. Her hands sink into the soft, warm mixture, thump, thump, thump. The rhythm is slow, like a song that's almost asleep. Her arms ache, but she keeps pushing and pulling, making the dough smooth and ready. She hums her little tune, soft and low, like a lullaby. The tune helps her keep going, even when her body is begging for rest. She yawns, a big, slow yawn that makes her eyes water. Her eyelids droop like heavy curtains, but she shakes her head and keeps working. The village outside is so quiet now. Agnes hears a soft whir from a spinning wheel in a nearby house where someone is making thread. She hears a gentle tap from a hammer, maybe someone fixing a fence. She hears a voice, soft and far away, calling a child to come inside. The village is slowing down, like it's taking a deep breath. Everyone is tired, just like Agnes. They've been working all day, planting crops, milking cows, weaving cloth, and their bodies are ready for rest. Agnes thinks about her day so far. She woke up early when the roosters crowed. She lit the fire, ate porridge with her family, and went to the bakery. She kneaded dough, swept the hearth, fed the chickens, and carried water. Each task was small, but they added up like stones in a pile. Now her arms are sore, her back is sore, and her eyes are so heavy. She feels that warm weight in her bones, telling her it's okay to rest soon. She smiles because this tiredness feels good. It means she's worked hard, and the village will have bread because of her. Let's imagine you're sitting in the bakery with Agnes. You're on a stool watching her knead the dough, thump, thump, thump. The oven is warm and the air smells like bread and lavender. You can hear the village outside, quiet and sleepy with just a few sounds, cows mooing, chickens clucking, a soft voice calling. Agnes is humming, her voice so gentle it's like a whisper. You feel calm, don't you? Your arms feel heavy, your legs feel heavy, like they want to rest. This is Agnes's afternoon, full of that good, earned tired. Agnes finishes kneading and sets the dough aside to rise. It's puffy now like a soft cloud. She wipes her hands on her apron, leaving more flour streaks. Her shawl slips a little and she pulls it back up, the lavender smell mixing with the bread smell. She steps outside for a moment to get some air. The sun is lower now and the air is cooler like a soft breeze. She looks at the village and it's so quiet. The kids aren't running as much and the carts aren't rolling. Everyone is slowing down, feeling that same tired pull. Agnes sees her neighbor, Marjorie, sitting outside her house. Marjorie is weaving a basket, her hands moving slowly like she's tired too. Marjorie waves and Agnes waves back, her hand heavy. She sees a farmer walking home from the fields, his hoe over his shoulder. He looks tired, his steps slow and steady. She hears a goat bleat, baa baa, like it's ready to sleep too. The village is like a big, sleepy family, all feeling the same way, ready for rest, ready for the night. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell. It's coming, she knows it. Bong, bong, bong. That bell is loud and it always makes her heart skip a little. It's not here yet though. The sun is still up and the village is still moving, even if it's slow. She pushes the thought of the bell away and takes another slow breath. Her body is so tired, like it's made of heavy dough. She wants to sit down to close her eyes, but there's still work to do. Just a little more and then she can rest. She goes back to the bakery and sweeps the hearth again. The dust and ash float up, catching the sunlight like tiny stars. The swish, swish of the broom is soothing like a soft song. Agnes moves slowly, her back sighing with every step. She's so tired, but the broom's rhythm helps her keep going. She hums, her voice blending with the swish, swish like they're singing together. Her eyes are droopy, her arms are heavy, but she keeps sweeping, keeping the bakery clean. Let's think about Agnes's tiredness again. Her arms ache from carrying water and lifting loaves. Her back sighs from bending and sweeping. Her eyes are heavy, like they're ready to close. This tiredness isn't bad, it's good, like a warm hug from her work. It's the kind of tired that says, you did well today, now rest. Agnes feels it in her bones, like a weight that's comforting, not heavy. She knows that soon she'll lie down, pull her blanket up, and let sleep come. The village is even quieter now. Agnes hears a soft cluck, cluck from the chickens in the yard. She hears a dog barking, maybe Bramble's friend far away. She hears a woman singing, her voice soft and sleepy like a lullaby. The village is winding down like a clock slowing its ticks. Everyone is feeling that pull toward rest, just like Agnes. They've worked hard and their bodies are ready for the night. The sun is sinking, the air is cooling, and the world feels calm. Agnes goes to the stream to get one more bucket of water. The stream is just outside the village and it sparkles in the afternoon light. She walks slowly, her feet dragging a little. The bucket is heavy even when it's empty and her arms complain as she carries it. She kneels by the stream, dipping the bucket in. The water is cold and it splashes a little, wetting her hands. She fills the bucket and it's so heavy now, like it's full of rocks. She lifts it carefully, her arms shaking, and starts walking back to the bakery. Her back sighs with every step and her breath comes slow and steady. She's so tired, but she keeps going. The village is quiet around her with just a few sounds, a bird chirping, a cow mooing, a soft voice calling. She sees a child sitting by a house, playing with a stick in the dirt. The child looks tired too, his eyes half closed. Agnes smiles because the whole village is feeling the same way, ready for rest, ready for the night. Back in the bakery, Agnes pours the water into a big pot. She'll use it later for cleaning or cooking. Her arms are so sore now, like they don't want to move anymore. She sits on the stool just for a moment and takes another slow breath. Her body feels heavy, like it's sinking into the ground. Her eyes are so droopy, like they're begging to close. She yawns, a big long yawn, and shakes her head. Just a little more, she whispers to herself, her voice soft like a breeze. Let's imagine you're with Agnes again in the bakery. You're sitting by the table watching her pour the water. The oven is warm and the air smells like bread and lavender. You can hear the village outside, so quiet now with just a few sounds: chickens, a dog, a soft song. Agnes is yawning, her eyes heavy, her hands slow. You feel tired too, don't you? Your body feels heavy, like it's ready to rest. This is Agnes's afternoon, full of that good, earned tired, pulling her towards sleep. Agnes checks the oven again. The loaves are done, golden and perfect. She pulls them out one by one, using the cloth to protect her hands. The smell is so good, like a warm hug. She sets the loaves on the table and they sit there cooling like little treasures. She's proud of them, but she's so tired. Her arms ache, her back sighs, her eyes are heavy. She wants to lie down, to pull her blanket up, to let sleep come. But there's still a little more to do, just a few more tasks. She sweeps the hearth one more time because flour and ash keep falling. The swish, swish of the broom is like a lullaby, soft and steady. She moves slowly, her body heavy, her steps small. She hums her tune and it's so quiet, like a whisper. Her eyelids droop and she blinks slowly, like she's fighting to stay awake. The village is quiet outside and the bakery is quiet too, except for the swish, swish in her hum. It's a sleepy sound, a cozy sound, like the world is ready for rest. Agnes thinks about her family. Thomas is delivering bread to neighbors, his big steps echoing in the quiet village. Joan is with Marjorie, probably playing or napping. Bramble is by the fire, snoring softly, his shaggy fur rising and falling. Agnes misses them, but she knows they'll be together soon. They'll eat dinner, laugh, and go to bed. The thought of her family makes her heart feel warm, like a fire that never goes out. It helps her keep going, even when she's so tired. The sun is lower now, almost touching the hills. The village is so quiet, like it's holding its breath. Agnes hears a soft moo from a cow, a gentle cluck from the chickens, a faraway voice saying good night. Everyone is feeling that pull toward rest, that warm weight in their bones. Agnes feels it too, stronger now. Her body is begging for sleep, like a child asking for a hug. She yawns again, her eyes watering, her head nodding a little. Let's think about Agnes's tiredness one more time. Her arms ache from water and loaves, her back sighs from bending and sweeping. Her eyes are heavy, her body is heavy, like it's made of dough. This tiredness is good, earned, like a prize for her hard work. It's telling her, you did well, now rest. The village is quiet, slowing down, ready for the night. And the midnight bell is coming, bong, bong, bong. It's far away, but Agnes knows it's there. It'll make her heart skip, but for now, she's in the afternoon with her tired body and her warm bakery. Imagine you're with Agnes, sitting by the oven. The warmth wraps around you like a soft blanket. You can smell the bread, toasty and good. You can hear the swish, swish of her broom, her soft hum, the quiet village outside. Your body feels heavy, your eyes feel heavy, like you're ready to sleep. This is Agnes's afternoon, full of that good, earned tired. She's ready for rest, and so are you. The night is coming with its bell, but for now, let's stay with Agnes in her quiet, cozy world, feeling the warm weight of tiredness pulling us towards sleep. Agnes is ready for bed. It's late now and the village is quiet, wrapped in darkness like a soft blanket. Her small home feels warm and cozy, even though it's simple. The house is made of wood, with a roof of straw that looks like a big, fluffy hat. Inside, there's just one room with a fireplace in the corner, a table, a few chairs, and a bed tucked against the wall. The bed isn't fancy, but it's Agnes's favorite place at the end of a long day. It's where she can rest her tired body, where she can close her eyes and let sleep come. Bed is a straw mattress, not like the soft, squishy beds we have today. It's lumpy with bits of straw poking here and there, but it's soft enough. When Agnes lies down, the straw squishes under her like a big, cozy pillow. It's not perfect, but it works. It holds her body just fine, cradling her like a gentle hug. The straw makes a rustling sound when she moves, like whispers in the dark. Rustle, rustle, it's a quiet sound, like leaves blowing softly in the wind. Agnes likes that sound. It makes her feel safe, like the bed is talking to her, saying, "Rest now, Agnes." The mattress is covered with a wool blanket, rough but warm. The wool is thick and heavy, like a big, cozy coat. It's not smooth like a modern blanket, but it keeps Agnes warm, especially on cold nights when the air sneaks through the cracks in the walls. The blanket smells a little like sheep, but also like lavender, because Agnes stuffs dried lavender flowers into the mattress. The lavender keeps the bed fresh, chasing away the musty smell of straw. When Agnes pulls the blanket up to her chin, she breathes in that lavender smell, and it's like a soft hug from a flower. It makes her smile, even when her eyes are heavy. Let's imagine you're in Agnes's house, looking at her bed. It's tucked in the corner, small and simple. The straw mattress is lumpy, but it looks cozy, like a nest for a bird. The wool blanket is folded neatly, waiting for Agnes to climb in. You can hear the rustle of the straw when she moves, like a whisper. You can smell the lavender, sweet and soft, mixed with the hay and a little bit of wood smoke from the fire. The room is warm, the light is low, and everything feels calm. You feel sleepy, don't you? Your body feels heavy, like it wants to sink into that bed, too. Agnes's home is small, but it's her home. The walls are made of wood, worn smooth from years of living. The floor is wood, too, with bits of straw scattered around because the mattress sometimes sheds. The fireplace is in the corner, with a few glowing embers left from the evening's fire. The embers give off a soft orange light like a tiny sunset. The air smells like wood smoke, straw, and lavender all mixed together. It's a good smell, a cozy smell like a house that's full of love. Agnes is tired after her long day. She's been kneading dough, sweeping the hearth, carrying water, and feeding chickens. Her arms ache, her back sighs, and her eyes are so heavy like they're ready to close. She's ready for her bed, ready for that lumpy mattress and rough blanket. She knows it's not a fancy bed, but it's hers and it works. It's where she can rest, where her body can let go of the day, where she can dream. She walks to the bed, her feet slow on the wooden floor. The floor creaks a little creak like it's saying goodnight. She sits on the edge of the mattress and the straw rustles, rustle. She takes off her shawl, the one that smells like lavender and bread, and folds it neatly. She sets it on a chair nearby where it waits for morning. She takes off her shoes, simple leather ones that are worn and soft. Her feet are tired too, and they feel good touching the cool floor. Agnes lies down and the straw mattress squishes under her. Rustle, it's lumpy, but it molds to her body like it's hugging her back. She pulls the wool blanket up all the way to her chin. The blanket is heavy, pressing her down into the bed like a warm, safe weight. She breathes in the lavender smell, sweet and calming, and the hay smell, earthy and familiar. Her eyes are so heavy now, like they're made of dough. She yawns, a big, slow yawn, and her body feels like it's sinking deeper and deeper into the bed. Let's imagine you're lying on a bed like Agnes's. It's lumpy with straw that rustles when you move, rustle. The wool blanket is rough but warm, wrapping you up tight. You can smell the lavender, soft and sweet, and the hay like a field in summer. The room is dark with just a glow from the fire's embers. You can hear the creak of the floor, the soft rustle of the straw. Your body feels heavy, your eyes feel heavy like they want to close. This is Agnes's bed, and it's cozy, even if it's not perfect. Agnes thinks about her day as she lies there. She kneaded dough, thump, and baked bread that filled the village with its warm smell. She swept the hearth, swish, and fed the chickens, cluck. She carried heavy buckets of water, her arms aching. She laughed with her husband, Thomas, and hugged her little girl, Joan. Her body is so tired now, and the bed feels so good. It's not a fancy bed, but it holds her just right, like a friend who knows her well. The village outside is quiet now. The sun is gone and the stars are out, twinkling like tiny candles in the sky. Agnes can't see them from her bed, but she knows they're there. She hears a soft sound, maybe a goat bleating far away, ba. She hears the wind blowing gently through the trees like a whisper. The village is asleep, or almost asleep, just like Agnes. Her bed is her safe place, her cozy place where she can let go of the day. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell. It's coming soon, she knows it. Bong, bong, that bell is loud and it always makes her heart skip a little. She wonders if it will wake her tonight. Sometimes it does and she opens her eyes, listening in the dark. Sometimes she sleeps right through it, her dreams too deep to hear. She's not scared of the bell, not really. It's just part of her village, part of her night. But it's different from the morning bell, which is happy and safe. The midnight bell is heavy, like a secret, like a voice from the dark. She pulls the blanket tighter, feeling the rough wool against her skin. The lavender smell is stronger now, calming her like a soft song. The straw rustles, rustle as she shifts a little, finding the perfect spot. Her body is so tired, like it's made of heavy dough. Her arms ache from work, her back sighs from bending, and her eyes are so heavy like they're ready to close forever. But it's a good tired, the kind that feels earned, like a prize for a hard day's work. Let's think about Agnes's bed again. It's lumpy with straw that pokes a little, but it's soft too, like a big pillow. The wool blanket is rough, but it's warm, keeping the cold night away. The lavender smell is sweet, mixing with the hay, making the bed feel fresh and cozy. The rustle rustle sound is quiet, like a whisper, like the bed is talking to Agnes, saying, "Sleep now, you're safe." The room is dark, with just the embers glowing, like a tiny fire keeping watch. Agnes is in her bed, and it's not perfect, but it works. It holds her tired body, and that's enough. Agnes's family is nearby, making the bed feel even cozier. Thomas is there, his big body warm and heavy, his snores soft and steady like a gentle drum. Joan is curled up between them, her little breaths quick and light like a bird's. Bramble, the old dog, is at the foot of the bed, his shaggy fur tickling Agnes's toes when he moves. They're all together in this small bed, in this small house, in this quiet village. The bed isn't big, but it's enough for all of them, and it makes Agnes feel safe, like she's wrapped in love. She listens to the sounds of the house. The creak of the floor when someone shifts, the rustle of the straw when Joan moves, the soft snore of Thomas, steady and deep, the faint crackle of the fire's embers glowing in the corner. These sounds are like a lullaby, soft and familiar, helping Agnes relax. Her body is heavy, her eyes are heavy, and her heart is calm. The bed isn't perfect, but it's her bed and it works. Let's imagine you're lying in Agnes's bed now. The straw mattress is lumpy, but it's soft, like a big cozy nest. The wool blanket is heavy, pressing you down, keeping you warm. You can smell the lavender, sweet and calming, and the hay, earthy and good. You hear the rustle of the straw, the snore of Thomas, the crackle of the fire. The room is dark, but it's a nice dark, the kind that makes you feel safe. Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, like you're ready to sleep. This is Agnes's bed, and it's cozy, even if it's not perfect. Agnes thinks about her day again. She worked so hard kneading dough, carrying water, sweeping the hearth, feeding chickens. Her arms are sore, her back is sore, and her body is begging for rest. The bed holds her like a friend, like a promise that she can let go. She pulls the blanket up, breathes in the lavender, and listens to the rustle of the straw. Her eyes are so heavy now, like they're made of stone. She yawns a slow, soft yawn, and her body sinks deeper into the bed. The village outside is so quiet. Agnes hears a faint sound, maybe an owl hooting hoo-hoo far away. She hears the wind, soft and gentle like a whisper through the trees. She hears the house with its creaks and snores and crackles. The midnight bell is coming, bong, bong, bong. She knows it, but she's not scared, not really. It's just the bell, part of her village, part of her night. She wonders if it'll wake her, if she'll open her eyes and listen, or if she'll sleep right through it, lost in dreams. Agnes's bed is her safe place. It's lumpy, it's rough, but it's hers. The straw mattress is soft enough, the wool blanket is warm enough, and the lavender smell is sweet enough. It's not a fancy bed, but it cradles her tired body like a mother holding a child. She feels the weight of the blanket, the rustle of the straw, the warmth of her family nearby. Her body is so tired, like it's ready to melt into the bed. Her eyes are closing, her breathing is slowing, in and out, in and out. Let's think about the bed one more time. It's a straw mattress, lumpy but soft, tucked in the corner of a small house. It's covered with a wool blanket, rough but warm, heavy and cozy. The straw rustles, rustle like whispers in the dark. The lavender smell is sweet, mixing with the hay, making the bed feel fresh. The room is dark with just the embers glowing like tiny stars. Agnes is in her bed, with Thomas and Joan and Bramble all together, all safe. The bed isn't perfect, but it works, and it's enough. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell again. Bong, 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 it's coming, she knows it. It's loud and it might wake her, making her heart skip a little. But it's okay. It's just the bell singing its nightly song. She's heard it so many times every night for years. Sometimes it wakes her and she lies in the dark listening. Sometimes she sleeps through it, her dreams too deep to hear. Tonight she wonders what it'll be like. Will she hear it? Will she dream? She pulls the blanket tighter, breathes in the lavender, and lets her body relax. The house is so quiet now, except for the soft sounds. The rustle of the straw, the snore of Thomas, the crackle of the embers. Agnes's body is heavy, like it's part of the bed. Her eyes are heavy, like they're ready to close forever. Her breathing is slow, like a gentle wave, in and out, in and out. The bed isn't perfect, but it's cozy, it's warm, it's hers. It holds her tired body, and that's all she needs. Let's imagine you're with Agnes in her bed. The straw rustles under you, rustle like a soft whisper. The wool blanket is heavy, keeping you warm. You smell the lavender, sweet and calming, and the hay, earthy and good. You hear Thomas snoring, Joan breathing, Bramble shifting at your feet. The fire's embers crackle, soft and low. The room is dark, but it's a nice dark, the kind that makes you feel safe. Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, and you're ready to sleep. This is Agnes's bed, and it's cozy, even if it's not perfect. Agnes is almost asleep now. Her body is sinking into the mattress, the straw cradling her like a nest. The blanket is warm, the lavender is sweet, and the house is quiet. She thinks about the midnight bell one more time, bong, bong, bong. It's coming, but it's okay. It's just part of her night, part of her village, part of her life. She yawns again, her eyes closing, her breathing slow. The bed isn't perfect, but it works, and it's enough. Agnes is ready to rest, ready to drift, ready to let sleep come. Let's stay with Agnes in her bed just a little longer. The straw rustles, the blanket warms, the lavender smells sweet. The house is quiet, the village is quiet, and the night is soft. The midnight bell is coming, but for now, Agnes is in her bed, cozy and safe. Her body is tired, her eyes are heavy, and her heart is calm. Let's lie here with her, listening to the rustle, feeling the warmth, smelling the lavender. Let's drift with Agnes into the quiet, into the night, into the cozy comfort of her bed that's not perfect, but works just fine. Agnes doesn't sleep alone. Her bed is small, but it's full of love. It's a straw mattress, lumpy but soft, tucked in the corner of her little house. The bed is covered with a wool blanket, rough but warm, smelling of hay and lavender. It's not a big bed, not like the ones we have today, but it's big enough for her family. Every night, Agnes lies down with her husband, Thomas, their little girl, Joan, and sometimes their old dog, Bramble. They're all together, close and cozy, like a warm nest. The closeness feels like safety, like love, like home. Thomas is there, big and strong, taking up most of the bed. His snores are loud like a bellows, which is a tool that blows air to make a fire burn. Snore, snore, snore. His snores are steady like a song that never stops. They're deep and rumbly like a soft drum in the night. Agnes loves that sound. It's not quiet, but it's comforting, like knowing Thomas is there right beside her. His body is warm, like a big fire, keeping the cold night away. When Agnes lies next to him, she feels safe, like nothing can hurt her. Little Joan is there too, curled up between Agnes and Thomas. Joan is only 5, small and soft, with messy hair and big eyes that are closed now, dreaming. Her breath is gentle, puff, 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 like a tiny bird breathing. It's warm and quick, and Agnes can feel it on her arm. Joan's little body is pressed close, her head resting on Agnes's shoulder or Thomas's chest. She's like a puppy, snuggling in, making the bed feel even cozier. Agnes loves having Joan so close. It makes her heart feel full, like a loaf of bread rising in the oven. Sometimes, Bramble, the family's old dog, flops at their feet. Bramble is shaggy, with brown and gray fur that's soft but tangled. He's old, so he moves slowly, but he loves being near the family. When he climbs onto the bed, his paws patter softly, and he curls up at the bottom near Agnes's toes. His fur tickles her feet like a soft brush, and it makes her smile in the dark. Bramble's breathing is slow and heavy, huff, 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 and sometimes he snores too, mixing with Thomas's snores. It's like a little song, a sleepy song, that makes the bed feel even warmer. The bed is crowded, but that's okay. It's not a big bed, just a straw mattress on a wooden frame, but it holds everyone. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle when anyone moves, like whispers in the night. The wool blanket is heavy, covering them all, keeping the cold away. The lavender smell from flowers stuffed in the mattress is sweet and calming, mixing with the hay smell of the straw. The bed isn't perfect, it's lumpy and small, but it's warm and it's full of love. Agnes wouldn't want it any other way. Let's imagine you're in Agnes's bed with her family. The straw mattress is lumpy but soft, like a big, cozy nest. The wool blanket is rough but warm, wrapping you up tight. You can hear Thomas snoring, snore, 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 steady and deep. You can feel Joan's little breaths, puff, 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 warm on your arm. Bramble is at your feet, his fur tickling your toes, his breathing slow, huff, huff, huff. The lavender smell is sweet, the hay smell is earthy, and the room is dark with just a glow from the fire's embers. You feel safe, don't you? Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, like you're ready to sleep. Agnes lies in bed, feeling the warmth of her family. Thomas is on one side, his big body like a wall, keeping her safe. Joan is in the middle, her little hands curled up, her breath soft and quick. Bramble is at the bottom, his fur soft against Agnes's feet. The bed rustles, rustle, rustle, as Joan shifts a little, snuggling closer. Agnes smiles in the dark, her heart warm. The closeness feels like love, like a hug that lasts all night. Even when she's tired, even when her arms ache from work, this bed with her family makes everything better. The house is quiet now, except for the sounds of her family. Thomas's snores, snore, snore fill the room like a steady drum. Joan's breaths, puff, puff, are soft like a tiny breeze. Bramble's breathing, huff, huff, is heavy like he's dreaming of chasing rabbits. The fire's embers crackle, crackle, crackle in the corner, giving off a soft glow. The floor creaks, creak, creak when Bramble shifts. These sounds are like a lullaby, soft and familiar, helping Agnes relax. Her body is tired, her eyes are heavy, and the bed is cozy. Agnes thinks about her day. She worked hard kneading dough, thump, thump, sweeping the hearth, swish, swish, carrying water and feeding chickens, cluck, cluck. Her arms are sore, her back sighs, and her body begs for rest. But now she's here in her bed with Thomas, Joan, and Bramble. The straw mattress holds her, the wool blanket warms her, and her family's closeness makes her feel safe. She breathes in the lavender smell, sweet and soft, and lets her body sink deeper into the bed, rustle, rustle. The village outside is so quiet. The sun is gone and the stars are out, twinkling like little lights. Agnes can't see them, but she knows they're there, watching over the village. She hears a faint sound, maybe an owl hooting hoo-hoo far away. She hears the wind blowing softly through the trees like a whisper. The village is asleep, or almost asleep, just like Agnes's family. The bed is crowded, but it's warm, and the closeness feels like love, like safety, like home. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell. It's coming soon, she knows it. Bong, 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 that bell is loud, and it always makes her heart skip a little. It's not here yet, but it's part of the night, part of the village. She wonders if it will wake her tonight. Sometimes it does, and she opens her eyes, listening in the dark with Thomas snoring and Joan breathing. Sometimes she sleeps right through it, her dreams too deep to hear. She's not scared of the bell, not really. It's just the bell singing its nightly song, like Thomas's snores or Joan's breaths. Let's imagine you're in the bed again with Agnes and her family. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle as you settle in. The wool blanket is heavy, keeping you warm. You smell the lavender, sweet and calming, and the hay, earthy and good. You hear Thomas's snores, snore, 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 steady and deep. You hear Joan's breaths, puff, 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 soft and quick. Bramble's fur tickles your toes, and his breathing is slow, huff, huff, huff. The room is dark, with just the embers glowing like tiny stars. You feel cozy, don't you? Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, like you're ready to drift away. Agnes pulls the blanket tighter, feeling the rough wool against her skin. The lavender smell is stronger now, like a soft hug from a flower. She listens to her family, Thomas snoring, Joan breathing, Bramble huffing. The sounds are like a song, a sleepy song that wraps around her. Her body is so tired from kneading dough and carrying water. Her arms ache, her back sighs, and her eyes are so heavy like they're made of dough. The bed isn't big, but it's enough. It holds her family, and that's what matters. The house feels like a safe place, like a warm nest. The walls are wood, worn smooth from years of living. The floor creaks, creak, creak when someone moves. The fire's embers glow, crackle, crackle, giving off just enough light to see the shapes of Thomas and Joan. The lavender smell mixes with the hay and wood smoke, making the air feel cozy. Agnes loves her house, even if it's small. It's where her family is, where her bed is, where she can rest. Agnes thinks about Thomas for a moment. He's so big, taking up half the bed, but she loves that about him. His snores, snore, snore are loud, but they're comforting, like knowing he's there, strong and steady. He worked hard today, too, baking bread and carrying heavy sacks of flour. He's tired, just like Agnes, and his snores say so. She smiles in the dark, listening to him, feeling his warmth. He makes the bed feel safer, like a big, warm wall around her and Joan. Joan is so small, curled up like a kitten. Her breaths, puff, puff, are quick and soft, and her little body is warm against Agnes's side. Joan's hair is messy, tickling Agnes's arm, but Agnes doesn't mind. She loves having Joan so close, knowing she's safe, dreaming happy dreams. Joan might dream of running in the fields or playing with Bramble. Agnes hopes her dreams are sweet, like the lavender in the bed. She brushes Joan's hair gently, not wanting to wake her, and her heart feels full. Bramble is at the bottom of the bed, his shaggy fur soft and warm. He's old and he moves slowly, but he loves being near the family. His breathing, huff, huff, is heavy, like he's working hard even in his sleep. Sometimes he twitches, like he's dreaming of chasing a rabbit or rolling in the grass. His fur tickles Agnes's toes, and she wiggles them, smiling. Bramble makes the bed feel complete, like a piece of the family that belongs right there. Let's think about the bed again. It's a straw mattress, lumpy but soft, with a wool blanket that's rough but warm. It rustles, rustle, rustle when anyone moves, like whispers in the night. It smells of lavender and hay, sweet and earthy. Thomas is snoring, snore, snore, steady and deep. Joan is breathing, puff, puff, soft and quick. Bramble is huffing, huff, huff, slow and heavy. The bed is crowded, but it's cozy, full of warmth and love. It's not a big bed, but it's enough, and it makes Agnes feel safe. Agnes thinks about the midnight bell one more time. Bong bong bong, it's coming, she knows it. It's loud and it might wake her, making her heart skip. But she's not alone. Thomas is there, snoring like a bellow. Joan is there, breathing like a bird. Bramble is there, his fur tickling her toes. The bell can ring, but it won't scare her, not with her family so close. The bed is her safe place, their safe place, where they're all together, breathing as one. The house is so quiet now, except for the family's sounds. Snore, snore from Thomas, puff, puff from Joan, huff, huff from Bramble, crackle, crackle from the embers, creak, creak from the floor. These sounds are like a lullaby, soft and steady, helping Agnes relax. Her body is heavy, her eyes are heavy, like they're ready to close forever. The lavender smell is sweet, the blanket is warm, and the bed is cozy. She's tired, so tired, but she's happy because she's not alone. Let's imagine you're in the bed one more time with Agnes and her family. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle as you settle in. The wool blanket is heavy, keeping you warm. You smell the lavender, sweet and calming, and the hay, earthy and good. You hear Thomas's snores, snore, snore, Joan's breaths, puff, puff, Bramble's huffs, huff, huff. The embers crackle, 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 and the floor creaks, creak, creak. The room is dark, but it's a nice dark, the kind that makes you feel safe. Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, and you're ready to sleep. Agnes is almost asleep now. Her body is sinking into the mattress, the straw cradling her like a nest. The blanket is warm, the lavender is sweet, and her family is close. She hears their sounds, snore, snore, puff, puff, huff, huff, like a song that never stops. The midnight bell is coming, bong, 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 but it's okay. She's not alone. Thomas, Joan, and Bramble are with her, breathing as one, making the bed feel like love. Her eyes are closing, her breathing is slowing, in and out, in and out. The village is quiet outside, wrapped in darkness. Agnes hears a faint hoo-hoo from an owl far away. She hears the wind, soft and gentle, like a whisper. The bed is crowded, but it's warm, and the closeness feels like safety. Agnes thinks about the bell one last time. It might wake her, but it won't scare her. Not with her family here, not with their snores and breaths and huffs. The bed isn't perfect, but it's enough, and it holds them all together. Let's stay with Agnes in her bed just a little longer. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle, the blanket warms, the lavender smells sweet. Thomas snores, Joan breathes, Bramble huffs, and the embers crackle. The house is quiet, the village is quiet, and the night is soft. The midnight bell is coming, but for now, Agnes is in her bed with her family, cozy and safe. Her body is tired, her eyes are heavy, and her heart is full. Let's lie here with her, listening to the snore, snore, puff, puff, huff, huff, feeling the warmth, smelling the lavender. Let's drift with Agnes into the quiet, into the night, into the cozy comfort of a bed full of love. Night falls and the village grows still, like a soft blanket settling over everything. The sun is gone and the sky is dark, full of twinkling stars like little candles. The air is cool, slipping through the cracks of Agnes's small house. She's in her bed, a lumpy straw mattress tucked in the corner, covered with a rough but warm wool blanket. The bed rustles, rustle, rustle when she moves, and it smells of hay and lavender, sweet and cozy. Agnes is tired, her body heavy from a long day of work, her eyes half closed, ready for sleep. But she listens to the sounds of the night, soft and gentle, like a lullaby. Outside, the village is quiet, but not silent. Agnes hears goats bleating softly, ba ba, their voices small in the dark. Their bells tinkle, ding ding, like tiny chimes as they shift in their pens. It's a sweet sound, like a song that's almost asleep. The goats are settling down, just like the village, ready for the night. Agnes smiles, her eyes heavy, listening to the ba ba and ding ding. It makes her feel calm, like the goats are saying, "Good night, everyone." The wind hums through the thatch roof of her house, a low, soothing song. Woo woo, it's not a loud wind, just a gentle one, like a soft breath blowing through the straw. The thatch rustles shh shh like it's whispering secrets to the night. Agnes loves that sound. It's like the house is singing to her, telling her to relax, to let go of the day. The wind moves through the village too, brushing against the wooden walls, making them creak, creak, creak. It's a quiet sound, but it's there, part of the night's music. Inside the house, the floorboards creak, creak, creak as neighbors settle in. Agnes's house is close to others, and she can hear the soft sounds of people moving. Maybe it's Marjorie, her neighbor, putting her kids to bed. Maybe it's the farmer down the path, closing his door. The creaks are gentle, like the village is tucking itself in, getting ready for sleep. Agnes listens, her head on the straw mattress, her blanket pulled up to her chin. The sounds make her feel connected, like she's not alone, like the whole village is resting together. Let's imagine you're in Agnes's bed, listening to the night. The straw mattress rustles, rustle, rustle under you, soft and cozy. The wool blanket is warm, smelling of lavender and hay. You hear the goats outside baa baa, their bells tinkling ding ding. The wind hums woo woo through the thatch, shh shh. The floorboards creak 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 as neighbors settle in. The room is dark with just a glow from the fire's embers, crackle crackle. You feel sleepy, don't you? Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, like you're ready to drift away. Agnes's family is with her, making the bed feel even cozier. Thomas, her husband, is snoring, snore, 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 steady and deep like a big drum. Joan, their little girl, is curled up between them, her breath soft, puff, puff, puff like a tiny bird. Bramble, the old dog, is at the foot of the bed, his breathing heavy, huff, 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 his fur tickling Agnes's toes. These sounds mix with the night's sounds, like a song that's slow and sleepy. Snore, snore, puff, puff, huff, huff, baa, baa, ding, ding, woo, woo, creak, creak. It's a lullaby wrapping around Agnes, helping her relax. She lies there, her eyes half closed, listening to the village. Her body is so tired from kneading dough, thump, thump, sweeping the hearth, swish, swish, carrying water and feeding chickens, cluck, cluck. Her arms ache, her back sighs, and her eyes are heavy like they're ready to close forever. The bed is lumpy, but it's soft, and the blanket is warm. The lavender smell is sweet, calming her like a hug. She's ready to sleep, but the night is full of sounds, and she listens, letting them carry her closer to rest. The goats bleat again, baa baa, softer now like they're almost asleep. Their bells tinkle, ding ding, faint and gentle like a faraway song. Agnes imagines the goats in their pen, curled up on straw, their little heads resting. The sound makes her smile, her lips barely moving in the dark. The wind hums woo woo through the thatch, shh shh, like it's singing to the whole village. She hears it above her, the roof rustling, shh shh, like a soft whisper. The floorboards creak, creak, creak as someone moves nearby, maybe a neighbor turning in bed. Agnes's house feels safe and cozy. The walls are wood, worn smooth from years of living. The fire's embers glow, crackle, crackle in the corner, giving off a soft light like a tiny star. The air smells of wood smoke, lavender, and hay, all mixed together like a cozy blanket for her nose. Thomas's snores, snore, snore are loud but steady like a friend who's always there. Joan's breaths, puff, puff, are quick and soft like a gentle breeze. Bramble's huffing, huff, huff, is slow, like he's dreaming of fields and grass. Let's think about the sounds of the night again. The goats baa baa with their ding ding bells. The wind woo woo through the thatch, shh shh. The floorboards creak creak as neighbors settle in. Thomas's snores, snore, snore. Joan's breaths, puff, puff. Bramble's huffs, huff, huff. The embers crackle, crackle. These sounds are soft, quiet, like a song that's meant to calm. Agnes listens, her heart slow, her body heavy, her eyes almost half closed. The night is gentle, and the sounds are her friends, helping her sleep. Then faint but clear it comes. The church bell tolls midnight, bong bong, it's deep, heavy like a heartbeat, slow and strong. The sound rolls through the village, over the houses, over the hills like a big wave, bong bong, it's loud, louder than the goats or the wind or the snores. It fills the night like a voice saying something important. Agnes's eyes open a little, her heart skipping a beat. The bell is here, just like every night, singing its midnight song. Some people say the bell is a call to prayer. They think it's telling everyone to talk to God, even in the dark. Others swear it's to scare away spirits, the kind that might creep around at night. Agnes doesn't know what it means. She just listens, lying in her bed, the straw rustling, rustle, rustle. The bong bong is heavy, but it's not scary, not really. It's just the bell, part of her village, part of her night. She lets the sound fade, like a wave going back to the sea, and her eyes close again. Let's imagine you hear the bell too, lying in Agnes's bed. The straw is soft, the blanket is warm, and the lavender smells sweet. You hear the goats baa baa, the wind woo woo, the creaks creak creak. Then comes the bell, bong bong, deep and loud like a giant's heartbeat. It makes your heart skip just a little, but you're not scared. You're with Agnes, with Thomas snoring, snore, snore, Joan breathing, puff, puff, Bramble huffing, huff, huff. The bell fades and you feel calm, your body heavy, your eyes heavy, ready to sleep. Agnes listens as the bell's sound gets softer, bong bong, then gone. The village is quiet again, but the other sounds are still there. The goats bleat baa baa, so soft now like they're dreaming. Their bells tinkle ding ding like tiny stars falling. The wind hums woo woo through the thatch, shh shh, like a gentle lullaby. The floorboards creak 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 as someone shifts nearby. Thomas snores, snore, snore, steady and deep. Joan breathes, puff, puff, soft and quick. Bramble huffs, huff, huff, slow and heavy. The embers crackle, crackle, crackle like a tiny fire singing. Agnes's body is so tired now, from kneading dough, thump, thump, sweeping the hearth, swish, swish, carrying water and feeding chickens, cluck, cluck. Her arms ache, her back sighs, and her eyes are heavy like they're made of dough. The bed is lumpy, but it's cozy, holding her like a friend. The blanket is warm, the lavender is sweet, and her family is close. The bell rang bong bong, but it's gone now, and Agnes is ready to sleep. She breathes slowly in and out, letting the night sounds carry her away. The village feels like a big, sleepy family. Every house is quiet, with people in their beds listening to the same sounds. The goats baa baa, the bells ding ding, the wind woo woo, the creaks creak creak. Everyone heard the bell bong bong, and now they're settling back down, closing their eyes, breathing slowly. Agnes feels connected to them like they're all part of the same night, the same song. Her bed is crowded with Thomas, Joan, and Bramble, but it's warm and it's love. Let's think about the sounds one more time. The goats baa baa, soft and far away. Their bells ding ding like tiny chimes. The wind woo woo through the thatch, shh shh. The floorboards creak creak as neighbors rest. Thomas's snores snore snore. Joan's breaths puff puff. Bramble's huffs huff huff. The embers crackle crackle. The bell bong bong, now gone, fading into the night. These sounds are gentle, like a lullaby, helping Agnes sleep, helping the village sleep. Agnes pulls the blanket tighter, feeling the rough wool against her skin. The lavender smell is strong, calming her like a soft hug. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle as she shifts, finding the perfect spot. Her body is heavy like it's part of the bed. Her eyes are heavy like they're ready to close forever. She hears Thomas's snores, snore, snore, Joan's breaths, puff, puff, Bramble's huffs, huff, huff. The bell rang, but it's gone, and the night is quiet again, soft and safe. The house feels like a warm nest, with its wooden walls and straw roof. The embers glow, crackle, crackle, giving off a soft light. The air smells of lavender, hay, and wood smoke, cozy and good. Agnes loves her house, even if it's small. It's where her family is, where her bed is, where the night sounds wrap around her like a blanket. She breathes slowly in and out, listening to the baa baa, ding ding, woo woo, creak creak. The bell bong bong is just a memory now, part of the night's song. Agnes thinks about the bell for a moment. Some say it's for prayer, a reminder to talk to God. Others say it's to scare away spirits, to keep the night safe. Agnes doesn't know, and she doesn't mind. It's just the bell ringing every night, like Thomas's snores or Joan's breaths. It's part of her village, part of her life. She heard it tonight and it made her heart skip, but now it's gone and she's ready to sleep. Her body is heavy, her eyes are heavy, and the night is gentle. Let's imagine you're with Agnes again in her bed. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle, soft and cozy. The blanket is warm, smelling of lavender and hay. You hear the goats baa baa, their bells ding ding. The wind hums woo woo through the thatch, shh shh. The floorboards creak creak creak. Thomas snores, snore, snore. Joan breathes, puff puff. Bramble huffs, huff huff. The embers crackle, crackle, crackle. The bell rang bong bong, but it's gone now. You feel calm, your body heavy, your eyes heavy, ready to sleep. Agnes is almost asleep now. Her body is sinking into the mattress, the straw cradling her like a nest. The blanket is warm, the lavender is sweet, and her family is close. She hears the night sounds, baa baa, ding ding, woo woo, creak creak, snore snore, puff puff, huff huff. They're like a song, a sleepy song carrying her away. The bell bong bong was loud, but it's gone, and the night is quiet again. Her breathing is slow, in and out, like a gentle wave. The village is asleep, wrapped in darkness, listening to the same sounds. The goats, the bells, the wind, the creaks. Everyone heard the bell, and now they're resting, their bodies heavy, their eyes closed. Agnes feels them like they're all part of the same night, the same lullaby. Her bed is cozy, her family is close, and the night is soft. The bell rang, but it's okay. It's just the bell, part of her village, part of her life. Let's stay with Agnes in her bed just a little longer. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle, the blanket warms, the lavender smells sweet. The goats bleat baa baa, the bells tinkle ding ding. The wind hums woo woo, the floorboards creak creak creak. Thomas snores, snore, snore. Joan breathes, puff puff. Bramble huffs, huff huff. The embers crackle, crackle, crackle. The bell bong bong is gone, fading into the night. Agnes is calm, her body heavy, her eyes heavy, ready to drift. Let's listen to the night sounds, feel the warmth, smell the lavender, and drift with Agnes into the quiet, into the night, into the cozy comfort of a village asleep. It's deep in the night, and the village is wrapped in darkness, quiet and still. Agnes is in her bed, a lumpy straw mattress tucked in the corner of her small wooden house. The bed is cozy, covered with a rough but warm wool blanket that smells of hay and lavender. She's sleeping, her body heavy from a long day of kneading dough, sweeping the hearth and carrying water. Her husband Thomas is beside her, snoring softly, snore, snore. Their little girl Joan is curled up between them, her breaths quick and light, puff, puff. Bramble, the old dog, is at their feet, his fur tickling Agnes's toes, his breathing slow, huff, huff. The house is warm, the air smells sweet, and everything feels safe. Back then, a long time ago, sleep wasn't one long stretch like it is for us today. People didn't just sleep all night without waking. Instead, they had two sleeps with a break in the middle. They called it the midnight break, a soft, slow time when they woke in the dark. It wasn't scary or strange, it was normal, like eating breakfast or going to bed. Agnes knows this break is coming because it happens every night. It's a quiet pause, a moment to rest between sleeps, like catching your breath during a long walk. The church bell rings, deep and loud. Bong, bong. It's midnight and the sound rolls through the village like a big heavy wave. The bell is strong like a heartbeat, bong, bong, waking Agnes from her first sleep. Her eyes open, soft and slow, like petals unfolding. She lies still, staring at the shadows on the wooden walls. The room is dark, with just a tiny glow from the fire's embers crackle, crackle in the corner. The shadows dance a little, soft and wavy, like ghosts made of light. Agnes isn't scared, though. The bell is loud, but it's familiar, part of her night. Thomas mumbles something, half asleep, his voice low and rumbly like a bear stirring. The bell, he says, or maybe something else, but it's not clear. His snores stop for a moment, then start again, snore, snore, steady and deep. Joan doesn't wake, she's too little, her dreams too deep. Her breath stays soft, puff, puff, her small body warm against Agnes's side. Bramble shifts at the foot of the bed, his fur brushing Agnes's toes, and he huffs, huff, huff, like he's dreaming of running. Agnes smiles in the dark, listening to her family, feeling their closeness. Let's imagine you're in Agnes's bed, waking to the midnight break. The straw mattress rustles, rustle, rustle, soft and lumpy under you. The wool blanket is warm, smelling of lavender and hay. You hear the bell bong, bong, deep and loud like a giant's voice. Your eyes open and you see the shadows dancing on the walls, soft in the embers glow, crackle, crackle. Thomas snores, snore, snore. Joan breathes, puff, puff. Bramble huffs, huff, huff. The room is dark, but it's a nice dark, cozy and safe. You feel calm, don't you? Your body is heavy, your eyes are heavy, like you're ready to rest again. Agnes lies still, her hands resting on the blanket. The straw mattress rustles, rustle, rustle as she shifts a little, finding a comfy spot. The lavender smell is sweet, like a flower hugging her nose. The hay smell is earthy, like a field after rain. The wool blanket is rough but warm, keeping the cold night away. She listens to the quiet, the soft sounds of the house and the village. The bell's echo lingers, bong, bong, like a memory, but it's not so scary now. It's just part of the night, like Thomas's snores or Joan's breaths. Outside, the village is still, but not silent. Agnes hears goats bleating softly, ba, ba, their bells tinkling, ding, ding, like tiny stars falling. The wind hums through the thatch roof, woo, woo, a low, soothing song, rustling the straw, shh, shh. Floorboards creak, creak, creak in nearby houses as neighbors wake for their own midnight break. Maybe they're whispering to each other, or saying a prayer, or just listening like Agnes. The sounds are gentle, like a lullaby, wrapping the village in a sleepy hug. Agnes might whisper a prayer, her voice soft like a breeze. Thank you for my family, she says, or maybe, keep us safe. It's a short prayer, simple and quiet, like talking to a friend. She doesn't always pray during the midnight break. Sometimes she just lies there, listening to the snore, snore, puff, puff, huff, huff. Sometimes she thinks about her day, about kneading dough, thump, thump, or sweeping the hearth, swish, swish. Tonight she prays, her words soft, mixing with the bell's echo, bong, bong, and the wind's hum, woo, woo. There's no rush, no worry. The midnight break is a slow time, a gentle time. It's not for working or hurrying. It's for resting, for thinking, for being still. Agnes doesn't get out of bed unless she needs to add a log to the fire. She stays in the straw mattress, rustle, rustle, under the warm blanket with her family clothes. The bell woke her, but it's okay. It's not a call to get up, it's just a pause, a moment to breathe between sleeps, like a soft hug from the night. Let's think about the midnight break again. It's a time when the village wakes soft and slow in the dark. The bell rings, bong, bong, loud and deep like a heartbeat. Agnes opens her eyes, staring at the shadows, crackle, crackle. Thomas mumbles, snore, snore. Joan sleeps, puff, puff. Bramble huffs, huff, huff. The goats bleat, ba, ba, their bells tinkle, ding, ding. The wind hums, woo, woo, the thatch rustles, shh, shh. The floorboards creak, creak, creak. There's no rush, no worry, just a quiet pause, cozy and calm. Agnes listens to the sounds, her heart slow and steady. The bell's echo is gone now, faded into the night. The goats are quieter, ba ba, their bells soft, ding ding. The wind is gentle, woo woo, the thatch whispering, shh shh. The floorboards creak creak creak, but less often as neighbors settle back to sleep. Thomas's snores are loud, snore snore like a big drum. Joan's breaths are soft, puff puff like a tiny breeze. Bramble's huffs are slow, huff huff like he's dreaming of fields. The embers crackle, crackle, crackle in the corner, a tiny fire keeping the room warm. Agnes's body is heavy, like it's part of the bed. Her arms ache from kneading dough and carrying water. Her back sighs from sweeping and bending. Her eyes are heavy, like they're ready to close again. The midnight break is short, just a little pause, but it feels good. It's like a moment to catch her breath, to feel the warmth of her family, to listen to the night. The bell bong bong was loud, but it's not scary now. It's just the bell, part of her village, part of her life. She thinks about the village, all quiet and dark. Everyone heard the bell bong bong and many woke like Agnes. Maybe Marjorie is awake, whispering to her husband. Maybe the farmer down the path is listening, his eyes open in the dark. They're all part of the midnight break, all resting, all breathing, all together. The village feels like a big family, even at night with the goats, ba ba, the wind, woo woo, and the creaks, creak creak. Agnes feels connected, like she's not alone, like the night is holding them all. Let's imagine you're with Agnes in her bed during the midnight break. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle, soft and cozy. The blanket is warm, smelling of lavender and hay. The bell rang, bong, bong, and you woke, your eyes open, seeing the shadows dance, crackle, crackle. You hear Thomas snoring, snore, snore, Joan breathing, puff, puff, Bramble huffing, huff, huff. The goats bleat, ba, ba, their bells tinkle, ding, ding. The wind hums, woo, woo, the thatch rustles, shh, shh. The floorboards creak, creak, creak. You feel calm, your body heavy, your eyes heavy, ready to rest again. Agnes pulls the blanket tighter, feeling the rough wool against her skin. The lavender smell is sweet, like a flower in her nose. The hay smell is earthy, like a field she knows. The straw mattress is lumpy but soft, rustle, rustle, holding her like a friend. She listens to Thomas's snores, snore, snore, loud but steady like a song she loves. Joan's breaths, puff, puff, are soft, her little body warm and close. Bramble's huffs, huff, huff, are slow, his fur tickling her toes. The midnight break is quiet, gentle, like a soft pause in a long night. She might pray again, her voice a whisper. Keep us safe, she says, or maybe, thank you for this night. It's a small prayer like a seed, but it feels good to say. She doesn't always pray, but tonight she does, thinking of her family, her village, the bell, bong, bong. The prayer mixes with the sounds, snore, snore, puff, puff, huff, huff, ba, ba, ding, ding, woo, woo, shh, creak, creak. It's like a lullaby, helping her relax, helping her drift closer to her second sleep. The midnight break is special because it's not rushed. There's no need to get up, no need to work. It's just a time to be, to listen, to feel the night. Agnes lies in her bed, her family closed, the village quiet. The bell bong bong woke her, but it's not scary now. It's just the bell singing its midnight song like the goats or the wind or Thomas's snores. She breathes slowly in and out, letting the sounds wrap around her like a warm blanket. Agnes thinks about her day just for a moment. She kneaded dough, thump, thump, baked bread, swept the hearth, swish, swish, carried water, fed chickens, cluck, cluck. Her body is so tired, her arms sore, her back heavy. The midnight break is a rest from all that, a soft pause like a deep breath. She's grateful for her bed, rustle, rustle, her blanket, her family. The bell bong bong was loud, but it's gone, and the night is gentle again. The village is asleep, or almost asleep. The goats are quiet, ba ba, their bells soft, ding ding. The wind is low, woo woo, the thatch rustling, shh. The floorboards creak, 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 but only a little as neighbors drift back to sleep. Agnes feels them like they're all part of the same night, the same midnight break. Her house is small, but it's warm with the embers glowing, crackle, crackle, the lavender sweet, the family close. Let's think about the sounds again. The bell bong bong deep and gone, the goats ba ba soft and far. Their bells ding ding like tiny chimes, the wind woo woo through the thatch shh. The floorboards creak creak, Thomas's snores snore snore, Joan's breaths puff puff, Bramble's huffs huff huff, the embers crackle crackle. These sounds are gentle, like a song that's almost asleep, helping Agnes rest, helping her drift. Agnes is almost ready for her second sleep. Her body is heavy like it's part of the bed. Her eyes are heavy like they're ready to close. She listens to the night, ba ba ding ding woo woo shh creak creak snore snore puff puff huff huff. The bell bong bong is just a memory now, part of the midnight break. She breathes slowly in and out, feeling Thomas's warmth, Joan's softness, Bramble's fur. The bed is cozy, the night is gentle, and there's no rush, no worry. The midnight break is fading like a soft wave pulling back. Agnes's eyes are closing, her breathing slow in and out, in and out. The straw mattress rustles, rustle, rustle as she settles deeper. The blanket is warm, the lavender sweet, the family close. The village is quiet, the night is quiet, and Agnes is ready to sleep again. The bell bong bong was loud, but it's not scary now. It's just part of the night, part of the midnight break, part of her life. Let's stay with Agnes in her bed just a little longer. The straw rustles, rustle, rustle, the blanket warms, the lavender smells sweet. The goats bleat ba ba, the bells tinkle ding ding. The wind hums woo woo, the thatch rustles shh shh. The floorboards creak creak creak. Thomas snores, snore snore, Joan breathes, puff puff, Bramble huffs huff huff. The embers crackle crackle crackle. The bell bong bong is gone and the midnight break is soft, gentle, cozy. Let's listen to the night's sounds. Feel the warmth, smell the lavender, and drift with Agnes into the quiet, into the second sleep, into the calm of the night. It's deep in the night and the village is quiet, wrapped in darkness like a soft, cozy blanket. Agnes is in her small house, lying on her lumpy straw mattress. The bed is warm, covered with a rough wool blanket that smells of hay and lavender. Her husband Thomas is snoring beside her, snore, snore, steady and deep. Their little girl Joan is curled up between them, her breath soft, puff, puff, like a tiny bird. Bramble, the old dog, is at their feet, his fur tickling Agnes's toes, his breathing slow, huff, huff. The midnight bell just rang, bong, bong, its deep sound fading into the night. Agnes's eyes are open, her body heavy but calm. Sometimes, after the bell rings, Agnes feels a gentle pull to step outside. It's not every night, but tonight she feels it. She wants to see the sky, to feel the cool air, to listen to the quiet. She moves slowly, careful not to wake Thomas or Joan. The straw mattress rustles, rustle, rustle as she slips out of bed. The wool blanket slides off and the cool air touches her skin like a soft breeze. She pulls her shawl around her shoulders, the one that smells like lavender and bread, and tiptoes across the wooden floor. The floor creaks, creak, creak, but it's a quiet creak like a whisper in the dark. Agnes opens the door and the cool night air rushes in, wrapping around her like a shawl. It's not cold, just cool, like dipping your hands in a stream. She steps outside, her bare feet touching the dirt path. The ground is soft and a little damp, like it remembers the day's warmth. She looks up and the sky is vast, like a big black blanket stretched over the world. It's sprinkled with stars, tiny and bright, like flowers scattered on a dark table. The stars twinkle, wink, wink, like they're smiling at her, like they know her name. The village is silent, save for the bell's fading hum, bong bong, still lingering in the air. Agnes stands still, breathing deeply in and out, in and out. The air smells fresh, like grass and earth, with a hint of smoke from the village's fires. Her eyes are heavy, but she keeps them open, staring at the stars. She feels small, so small under this big sky, but she also feels held, like the darkness is a friend hugging her gently. The night is quiet, and it's kind, like a soft voice saying, "Rest, Agnes, rest." Let's imagine you're with Agnes, standing outside her house. The cool air wraps around you like a soft shawl. You look up and the sky